We are starting session 95 today on 12/4/2022. Last time we all met, we were mostly in the spirit realm, taking Rengenko's offer to destroy the Tree of Life and replant it to reset the balance of the material planes and the world that pre-exist. After laying attack after attack, the final key was poisoning this tree. As the tree shriveled up to a single seed of glowing aura was left to you all, Temin was told that he would know when and where to plant this when the time was right. Final words of Rengenko are said, as his last wish is to transfer his soul to Atlas to reborn his body from the roots of the dissipating tree in the dust of the wind. You guys are all left on this unraveling plane of existence, basically. As the Spirit Titan is gone, doing so, Temin and Alice's spiritual powers also stop pre-existing and working. Back in the classroom of Gillian Bronte, now the sole Bronte and last of his the Helgos lineage, he's working to get everyone home. He ends up finding Kavara's aura within the spirit realm, and he contacts her. Blaka begins casting planar shift with Kavara as the focus tuning fork, as we made the joke, and learned not what that means to Kavara, but she is some sort of key for the access point of this portal to work. Gillian is able to help guide you guys back to Dakinary School of Magic within Didereach. There, everything is dropped and updated. You all begin to basically let loose of what has happened to the spirit world, what has happened up to this point. And Drumus has his eye fixated on the blade that he picked up from Amime's body. Trying to remove this curse, trying to remove this curse from this weapon, seems to not prevail, and he continues to attack his comrades. This sword's magic refuses to be removed from Drumus's reach, and takes something that is beloved of his in return. With the city on lockdown from the Titanok vessel rampaging out of its care from the Arcane Brotherhood, leaves you guys all heading towards the nearest tavern for food and recuperation. Kavara, needing a minute to herself, goes to a small pond, and Avamera gets distracted by the library on the way to the tavern. Just needing some time to plan and regroup, everyone is doing their best to figure out what the next step is to deal with the things that have taken place and the drastic turns. With the removal of 2 Titans and the Seekers of the other side having their plan in full force now is where we pick up today. So, I still have the token sheet up at the moment, but ideally, some of you guys are at a tavern, and some of you are still kind of gathering your things and thoughts at the moment. So I guess I leave the table up to you. I had a couple people still in the classroom. They were the last ones to leave. I had Avamera heading to a library, and I had Kavara still sitting by the pond. So who wants to talk and go first, I guess? What do you guys got? What's on everybody's mind?
Well, wasn't Kavara seeing something in a reflection last time?
Yes. So Kavara last time had seen a reflection and actually it was communicating to you. That of the white and gold irises of the very not shriveled, but like it was hard to make out, but you only could maybe see the snout of some large beast that was communicating to you. I don't think you fully made out what it was within the rippling of the water within the pond.
Okay, but it's disappeared now.
Yes, it has disappeared after it said that it is glad you have reunited to your homelands.
Alright, well, Kavara is still like super confused with everything that's going on, but she does have her fire element, and I believe she was actually in the pond, making it a hot spring.
Yes.
So, Kavara's probably gonna just chill there for a minute, try to make sense of everything.
Okay. Kavara relaxing still next to the giant tortoise that was eating some lettuce as well. Not lettuce, but like foliage on the side, just kind of like looks up at you and like shrugs and just continues on its way as You're just in a relaxed state. You can hear, still being outside and near the outskirts of the main street. You're within like a college campus essentially right now, where this little pod is off one of the sides of one of the main buildings. You can still hear the skirmish and just talking of a loud crowd relatively close to your location, but it's off enough where it just kind of just echoes through the air. And as you're kind of just laying within that pond, just relaxing, taking a deep thought there, Kavara, can you make me a perception check?
Sure can. 19.
19. I will give you the bear glimpse as you're laying within this pond, kind of just floating there. And you had just had this conversation with this creature. And you kind of just looking up into the floating clouds that are above the city and just rolling across. You see the glimpse of something orange and red streak across the sky really, really quick.
That would probably be enough cause for Kamara to go find the group.
Okay. Getting out of the water, heading towards the group. What is everybody else doing?
Well, Leah. Oh, you want to go ahead?
I mean, I know Alice, Tavern, and I were heading to the Tavern. That was my people last time.
You guys
I
were.
can't remember if Bale followed me. He's been kind of tailing me most of the time. So.
He stayed back with Temen, Block, and Atlas originally.
The Emperor was alone at the tavern paying for food for the party as well as setting up a specific chair for some fun later.
Yes.
Other than that, yeah, so I'm expecting the party to arrive and I'll have I'm paid pretty damn good out of our party loot to get a really good meal for us.
Yep. Remember, it took you some time to get a big enough table, but your persuasion of the coin that you dropped down did get you guys a table relatively quick. Like a table based off the size of the group you were saying. So I believe I actually have that map. Available. Yeah. I don't think everybody's on the map yet, though. A couple people that were still off I had dropped down, because I think Blocka, Temen, Atlas were the last one. Drumerus, I don't remember, honestly, if you were with Avamera, because I thought you were with Avamera, like, you guys were slow to leave, so I put you slightly off still.
Yeah, I had my stuff, but Drumerus.
Yep.
And then I was interested in going to the library.
Correct. So, at the library, I do have a separate map for that, but right now we're not going to switch to it, as it might come up later. What are you doing at the library, Avamera?
So, Avamera is now checking the calendar because of her mission given to her to close the rift between Mari and Zillion.
Yep.
So she's trying to gain a timeline of how long they have to grow the spirit tree.
Yeah.
And also look for books regarding celestial magic and what it might take for this rift, if anything, or just anything about astronomy, really, for Avamera's own understanding of how her magic can help close that rift.
Okay. Within the library of Amera, as you enter in, this student center of just knowledge was like, it is not the biggest library, it's definitely not as big as the library that was in Udaru, but it is still a massive collection of scrolls and tomes throughout here with different key points of just studying. And as soon as you walk in, You kind of just ask around for anything that has to deal with the stars and astrology. You get pinpointed into a little kitty quarter of the library next to actually some arcane tables that are used for enchantment and different alchemy. There is like a little section next to this where you're at. And as you're browsing through, I'm going to have you roll me a d6.
That is a 3.
A 3. It's not the book that I was expecting, but so it was like the book you rolled and you pulled out, and just like I said, within, it's not even like, it's almost misplaced. It shouldn't be in the astrology section, but it has enchantment qualities. Maybe that's why it was homed over here. You pull out a book called the Heart Weaver's Primer. This faintly smelling, scented book. It's very pleasing, and it's leather bound. The book itself seems to go over different kinds of enchantments that have to deal with memories. Mainly it goes into the key components of modified memories. This book, as you go through, and just goes through different components needed to modify memories, you notice a reoccurring component that is within this modified memory. There is a almost like plasma-like component that seems to be used, that is dedicated and said to come from that of Morsi, the creator, well, not the creator, but one of the twin titans of the Wolves. The Wolves, I was like, that's what they're known as, but Morsi is the titan of psychic and psychic abilities, essentially. And this is where this component seems to have come from, is this wolf. That's all I'm really going to say there, as this book kind of just goes into deeper breakdown of modifying memories and the loss of memories and just memories in general. It seems to have to do something with the twin wolves. But it is all, of course, like I said, it's an enchantment, so that's why it's near this section. But this book, as soon as you pick it up, you also, it's like, it doesn't, make me an Arcana check.
That's what it used to
This book is a very powerful tome, as I'm like giving you like bits and pieces as you're kind of just skimming through this thing. This can be used as an arcane focus, and it actually has a special ability that lets you expand a charge from this tome, and it makes it so your first attack, saving throw on a target against this has disadvantage if it's an enchantment spell.
Big rolls to start the night.
So after having found this, we'll definitely take it in her book bag, and she might stop at the checkout counter to first see if she can check it out legitimately. If not, she'll find a way to sneak it out. And I think she would then look for Kavara, knowing she was headed to the pasture.
She froze at me. Hey. Say that last bit again for me there.
Oh, Avamira knew that Kavara was headed to the pasture, so that's where she would look for Kavara next.
Okay. As you're acquiring about checking this out, you were just asked if you have a student ID to actually check this book out, so.
Do I have a student ID from being in a group? The library card from any of the other libraries?
You do, so.
I'll kind of show them the card that I picked up. Say, I have studied here for many months. I'm a traveling student.
Looks it over, and the steward, he looks everything over and just like, you don't say, you do study at one of the 5 colleges. That is wonderful. Sorry for even questioning my dear. Yes, you are good to go. So, just remember to bring it back within a week's time. That is all.
Oh yes, of course. We'll kind of split up for it.
Okay. Making off with your newly acquainted book, heading towards the pond. You probably run into Kavara actually back on the path, I'd say, meeting up with her. So, you two are able to head towards the tavern. Drummers, you were...
We'll say that when Amamera runs to Kavara, the fire element will actually be like a couple inches tall in her hair, trying to dry it out. And it's like a huge mop that just plays right now.
Mother Mary has her towel wrapped around Kavara's. Why are you so wet? I feel like your friend, you're resourceful, Kavara.
Kavara's like, oh, I just turned the pond into a hot spring. It was very nice.
You are so pretty. It's you with the others, eh?
Yes, where's Dreamus at? Wasn't he walking with us?
Just an idea. You know, I bet he's at the bar.
Huh, let's go.
There's a tavern around our pub. Yeah. We never know where we are, but we know where he is.
Off we go to the pub then.
Perfect. Drummers, was there anything else along the way you were doing, or...
I think he would have like kept walking, sort of like, I don't know, not even knowing that, you know, Kamara went to make a hot spring and Avamir went to the library. Eventually, I don't know if there's just like the outskirts of town where it's a little quiet. I'll probably just pull that sword just one more time. I'll just look at it and be like, fucking hate you. Just want you to know that. You're not a fucking hammer. Do you know what this makes me look like? And I'll just stow it away. Actually, I want to just like throw it. I'm just gonna throw it like 5 feet away and just like out at it. And then I'll go and pick it up and stow it away. I don't even think I have a scabbard first. I have hammer scabbards. So I put it in my hammer scabbard and it looks dumb and everybody hates it and I feel bad. So.
Drummers is self-conscious about his weapon of choice now.
Yeah. But yes, eventually I will go find one.
Okay. I'm gonna put all you guys heading towards the tavern. Everybody at the tavern, what are you guys up to?
I want to be sitting kind of in the center of the long dinner table kind of area, with a very Last Supper kind of imagery, just shining in my armor, sitting at the center of this long table, just inviting, waiting for the party to show up, basically.
So,
Once everyone and I see this role who would like to do I waited so much. Don't even know. Just sit down and start thinking, and like no other conversations. Like this is what I was originally trying to do before I met you all. Like
If I feel like Al's like in the middle of like talking about the hammer real quick, just like trying to choose like the work that it cuts him off and like sprints to the table. He's like, okay, we talk about this later, I guess.
So, as I can't remember the goddamn name of what tavern I put you in, which is so bad.
I can look that up. I spent a bit of collective coin to obtain this dinner tonight to make sure that everything was in order. Figured you wouldn't mind.
Didn't really give us a chance to mind.
I don't think I would have asked you regardless. But... Sit down, please. Everybody, sit down. Are we missing anyone?
Not American art.
Jermis would have probably beat you guys if he was heading past it. You were in the library. It was like both Avamera and Kavar, you guys definitely took the longest to get here, based off of what your interactions and tasks were, so. Jermis probably would come in shortly after Temin, Vel, Atlas, and Blocka after the Emperor had gotten the table tucked away in the corner, for sure. You would see those four arrive, Emperor, and then, like I said, Drummers was probably 10-15 minutes after everybody else has just arrived. I'll put, say, after everybody's able to probably get like a single round of orders in from the waiter, would be when Avamera and Kavar are the last two to kind of stumble on in.
I just kind of motion everybody to have a seat. I'd be okay with just having you guys all do rollies to see who got the broken chair.
Yeah.
So D8 we roll if it's an 8.
Or I can roll the D8, whoever. Oh well. I don't know if
Yeah,
you guys-
someone
someone matches it. But if more than one person does it,
I was gonna say, whoever just rolls the lowest, you can.
there you go. There you go. That makes sense.
So, Val rolled a 9, Temin rolled an 8.
Laura got a 4.
Oh, God.
17.
18, not falling today.
Wait, are we rolling D20s or D8s?
I think we just roll D8s. Well, D20 is the lowest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17. Drews.
So go ahead and describe what happens to Clara here as she sits down.
So what leg was it? That
Oh wait, should we roll for Vale?
I already did.
You got
Oh.
an 8.
Kavar definitely rolled the lowest. So Kavar and Avamera being the last two. The Emperor, I don't know if you mentioned anything, but the very last two stools sitting there. Avamera sits down. Kavar, you sit down. Tell me how this stumble kind of happened.
Alright, so which leg was it? Back or front?
I just told him to loosen one, so I don't know from there.
Let's go with the back leg.
It's the back leg.
So, Kavari goes to sit down and kind of, puts her back into the chair, and then that back leg just kind of comes off. And Kavari will fall backwards, roll back, and after the incident with the couch, like forever ago, Kavari is just going to look at this chair and produce flames.
No! It'll be. What have you done?
So you should just straight up light up this chair.
I haven't let it go yet, but she's just holding produce flame in her hand, and she's looking at that chair. She's like, "You're with that couch, aren't you?"
The waiter who was coming around with a round of ales literally stops and like is just staring at the eight of you, and might drop one on accident. And she's like, "Oh my god, please don't burn down the restaurant. Put it away." Like splashes an ale at your hand there, Kavara. I'll get another one. And she like sets them all down, and she's like, "Was that chair like? Oh dear, that."
Just clean this up. Get somebody to clean this up. And oh goodness, what happened here? I'm just going to play it off completely confused and offer to help Kamara up.
Bar's just gonna stand up after that, kind of kick the chair out the way, stand up. These furnitures, they have it out for me.
Joel, no idea what you just said.
I know, Joel, you are very quiet, my friend.
I said, you do seem to have that.
No,
But she would put away
furniture out to get her. Like she said.
Everybody's piled in.
As this event is going on, and I am thoroughly enjoying it, I'm also going to take an opportunity to kind of watch to see if anybody acted kind of shifty at the noise or the commotion, to see if anybody's kind of acknowledging an opportunity, that kind of thing.
There'd be a couple of good reactions, but could a bar produce a flame in the middle of this?
Oh yeah, for sure. So it is mid-afternoon. Rowdy college town people. I was like, you have a couple tables nearby that are already super smashed. There's also an onslaught of extra people. It is tight in some areas because this was one of the closest areas to get away from the mob, basically. The riveting town part of town. Even though you guys were all trying to get away to a quiet spot, this ended up not being maybe the most quiet spot within the area. But producing a flame, there's a couple gasps for a second, even after like the throwing of the ale towards you to put out the flame, and then the big splash. A couple people will stop and stare for a moment. A lot of you guys, I would hate to say it, but you do stick out from a college crew. You see a lot of people more in lit robes and just more scholarly approach of non-armor, non-adventurer like style, like which a lot of you guys are in attire-wise. Some of you guys are more discreet and hidden, but you still, as a group, as a whole, kind of stick out a little bit, I'll say. As you're looking around, you can notice a couple older folks that might possibly be professors or teachers that are kind of off within the area. I wouldn't say anybody is super sticking out as being high suspicion of like a threat though at the moment. You're able to quickly scan over the room, and like I said, you have your drunken college kids. You have a couple people that definitely hold some authority around this college. Might be a couple of stragglers from different businesses nearby, but nobody is really throwing you that, hey, this person might want to take my money right now. So.
Well, that is excellent news. At the dinner table, the Emperor will remain clear of mind by drinking only tea and refraining from not eating meat or just anything else that's available.
I don't know why you're not eating meat, Emperor. This is fucking delicious.
Well, we all have our own personal tastes and our own personal sacrifices.
For some reason, Kamara's just hungry for dumplings, so she's gonna try to get a little fight over her dumplings for herself.
Dumplings? In a place like this? Yeah, they have tapas.
I was about to ask for meat on a steak, but I realized that's the wrong character.
Didereach is known for their meat on sticks too. You guys have ran into a couple different carts before. Meat on a stick. Sure enough, couple silver pieces for the ale and some tapas of dumplings. Some loaves of bread. There is a consistent pasta with a cheese covering on it, a very mac and cheese style like that you can dip your croissant, your dumplings, or your bread into, but that's kind of like put within the center table. And as you're all gathered together, I guess, what is said and what isn't said among the group?
Alright, well, Kavaro, first off, used her telepathy to talk to Atlas and kind of describe that little orange creature she saw in the sky. While she was at the hot springs, and she's going to really rub that in.
My instinct is there's a phoenix running around willy-nilly. So, respond. Can I respond in my head? Or have I figured what the thing works?
You can respond to it like talking, but unless she uses like detect thoughts, like he ain't gonna like hear inside your head.
Okay.
It's more kind of like everyone's having fun, everyone's being loud, and she thought, well, since you're a sky pirate, the ship that you would probably know what this might be.
Okay. Don't say that loud then. My inner thoughts like, that's not good. You're like, imagine this. Looking at Kamara. Kamara, you're so far away from me on the table too, so I have to like shout to talk to you. Definitely sounds. So we heard that there was a phoenix, right? This is like I don't know if Alex would even care. Just to try to be secret about it. Like, that sounds just like the phoenix we heard when I was flying around nonsense. Did you see which way it was going, Kamara?
Kamara's gonna kind of be like, I forget, but I was still enjoying the hot springs.
What hot springs?
Kamara's like, oh, by this giant turtle, there's this little pond, and I put the fire elemental in it, and it warmed it up, and we made a hot springs.
That sure sounds like soup more than hot springs to me, but
and she's just kind of bragging about it. Like, yeah, it was nice.
But wait, I thought they had this phoenix contained in the other quarter. Things that I feel like. Wait, did I rotate that? I don't remember if that was that.
Well,
Yes, you found that out. You found that before we showed up, and then you came and told us about it after we showed up. Yeah, so we do know that. Didn't they say they had that contained over there, Emperor? So why is it not over there?
While they're having a staring contest, I'm just looking at them back and forth while chewing on a salad.
Oh no, we're talking out loud.
Only Kamara talked to me in my head at first, but I had no choice but to respond out loud to her. So.
It's very difficult to come mid-conversation, but what was your question?
Kamara thinks she saw because Kamara for sure saw an orange streak shooting through the sky. And in my opinion, that sounds like the phoenix that you said was contained in the other circle.
That seems logical. They did warn us that it was out. Can we at least eat first?
Sure, that's right. Did you get Titan ravaging the city corner somewhere now where the guy says contained that? That's fine.
Tevin will kind of just like swing his hand. Alkvestel is not a hostile creature. She only halfway destroyed Oakheart, so I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
And
If we're all
she killed
gonna
the
die,
only other
I'd
person
rather
with the
die
blessings,
full.
now it's just Gates with the blessing now again.
I begin to eat quicker.
It's true. Gates did take Hephaestus'
And they have Festus.
They do have Hephaestus.
Not he didn't need Hephaestus, well, he just needed Hephaestus dead, so you could no longer put influence towards the Phoenix. He already had the Phoenix kind of under his control.
I mean, Alkvestel is still young. It's not as strong as it once was. Can't be that big of a threat. Right?
Well, we just saw Titan destroy the World Tree. And that was, so if you get like half of that, probably still pretty
Any word or anything from the Arcane Brotherhood? Probably not. That's fine. Do we investigate Alkvestel then, or do we get back to our ship and literally time in like holding? Well, he put away the seed, but like, I feel like this is an important matter as well, is it not?
got a little bit of Rengenko before he vanished. They tried to snatch blood from.
We also got, we got blood from Peltas as well.
Oh yeah, got the prince. Yes. The Hogos.
Yes.
We don't have our
Take blood from the Titan work. That just burned everything alive.
Bale shot a Titan yesterday. I mean, that's not.
I think Kavara kind of piped in with, well, maybe if we ask him nicely enough, her.
Yeah.
I vote that I don't want to take the blood of Orchestral, but you guys can. Last time I saw her, she was little, but she's gonna be a lot bigger now.
With all due respect, Kavara, I don't think you'd talk your way into that one.
Or shorter,
I could maybe back you up, but I mean, if this is what we need to do, then I feel hopefully collectively we could get what we need and move forward. I don't know. Atlas, don't you have a thing for phoenixes? Like, isn't this your thing?
My crew is named after the Phoenix. We worked in Rodell. I've never seen the actual Phoenix before, except for the yearly ceremony it did. Let's be
Tell me that you
clear.
should remember us.
Sorry, what was that?
Up there and say, ooh, Tim, and maybe she'll remember us.
Oh.
Maybe not Crystal.
I mean, it's only been a couple months since we last saw her. She can't have forgotten us that soon, could she?
Right?
Well, you are
We were
pretty
there
forgetful.
before.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not, you're right. Tevin probably did forget.
I forget that you go by the Emperor because your name is so forgetful.
Have not been forgotten quite easily. You've been at this longer than I have. Where's your wanted poster? Oh,
Maybe I just do good deeds that I'm not wanted for them.
I've never done a deed that these, well, I mean, they have their reasons, but bullshit. Why is this all about me, anyway? Not saying I don't enjoy it. Well, I like to make an exit too, but some of you guys like to stay where we ended up.
As the conversation's going on and you guys are kind of getting your food and ale, you're going to see the crowds slowly dispersing. There's less and less people within here.
Good. Before we go on and potentially die, I've written a bit of poetry about each of us, and I hope that it inspires us on our, hopefully we don't die today kind of conquest. And then the Emperor's gonna stand up and kind of beat on the table a little bit to make a rhythm, and start by pointing at each person in the party and just saying, Avamira came from another plane, studying magic books. Her powers contain sharp edges like a cloud of daggers falling like rain. At home she's a queen, but is lost in a new domain. By her side is Temin, an inspector with a dark side. His hands are his weapons when he lets the sparks fly. Disciplined and precise, knows wrong from right, but stays within the vision underneath a god's eye. Droomer's black hammer's ready for a fight. If he's holding up a mug, you may be alright. But if it's a hammer, you best be out of sight. He can hit you 3 times before you can say goodnight. Atlas Crestweaver is abrasive, gets along with few people. His motives are often selfish, but I wouldn't call him evil. A pirate of the sky with the sight of an eagle, he could blow a hole straight through the eye of a needle. Guevara Underglow is most lethal with a bow, but what's on her mind most will never know. She can read your thoughts, so you'd better be a friend, or the creature she can summon will create a violent end. Block a red basher, he can smash you with a hammer or pull you from the jaws of death. He'll stand beside you until the end, as long as you call him a friend. He's a firebog with the heart of a lion. Even on his darkest days, he can keep the sun shining. Veil Knight stars an astral elf from another place. He can't comprehend time, so expect him to be late. But when he arrives, you will hardly see his face before he leaves your body cold without leaving back a trace. They call me the Emperor, the champion of the people. Champion of the Hordal, find me under his steeple. I will face the greatest threats with my party around me because my powers are to protect the family that found me.
Well done, sir.
It wasn't a nat 20, but I give it a solid 17.
Roll me a performance check. Let's see how the crowd reacts.
I wrote the last 3 parts during session, so they're a little rusty.
No, they're good. I loved it. Take a DM inspiration, my friend. I love
Hell
it.
yeah.
I'll take, that's my second one. I can just pocket in these bitches. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. That's gonna save me from death. Why?
That's hopefully the plan. As the Emperor does this rallying song, I don't think there's any dance with this song. Like I said, the crowd is slowly dispersing. There is a young halfling, no taller than your 3 foot tall halfling, kind of wander all on over. Next to you, Kavar, since you're the closest to the edge of the table, and kind of just like pulls over at your side of the shirt and just says, sorry, I don't mean to bother you all, but you happen to be the adventurers that help save the castle. I heard talk about, and he kind of points over, because I don't know what gender they are right now. They point over towards you, Avamera and Temin. And kind of points behind them. There's like a tapestry on the wall of Sita that has been painted. It's very abstract in a way, and it's more of just silhouettes based off of what you guys' attire was described. But the Queen Bronte had this made and had a big ceremony after the saving of the Bronte Keep, and you just look oddly like them, and I'm sorry to bother you all. I just want to say thank you if that is true.
Did you want to hear a song about us?
Emperor, this isn't about you, obviously, this time.
I mean, I just finished it, and now she's asking us who we are. I just feel like it was ill-timed.
She doesn't care who we are, like, she cares who Alvamere and Tavern are.
It's just,
Yeah.
if you are the ones that did help out before, it sounds like the guards don't have the situation under control, and from the matter at hand in the Whispers, the Arcane Brotherhood are in full effect to try to retain Vestal. That's the word on the street, and that's why they're not letting us out. If you were the folks, maybe you could help again?
Most interesting request, given our last venture here. Emmett and I will have to talk with each other and our new group of colleagues.
Temin kind of looks a little sad. He's just like, my finger doesn't go pew-pew anymore. Like, I don't know.
And Emmett, we're in front of the public.
Emin's no longer a finger blaster, the
No.
poor guy.
Temin's sulking in like the corner, like, pew, nothing, pew, nothing.
I mean, I only had it for like 10 seconds, and I feel pissy now. I can't imagine what's
And
happening.
then acting this way in front of our guests, she would just say, oh, we just need some downtime, but I appreciate your request. I'll talk to Kevin.
Thank you. He just kind of walks away. Like,
The Emperor takes Temin's pointer finger and thumb and just kind of goes, "Eh." You're still pretty good with this thing.
Alvamere just looks disgusted in PR. We're in a tavern.
Kavar's like, no, you're right. The hot springs was so much better.
It's about to be a lot hotter if this Phoenix is having a bad day, I suppose. finished eating. I'm gonna abruptly just stand up and leave my table. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of head for the door and stand outside just for a quick smoke as I wait for the party.
Tomorrow use telepathy again on Atlas and be like, hey, you just want to set this one out. I really don't care for the Titans.
You know, just like distortion too.
It's too late for me to be like, oh no, I can't hear these two trying to come up with another plan because it went really well last time.
Like pantomime's like stealing more things.
Mars. Yes.
I was like, come on, Kara, let's go rob a church.
Vel will kind of step away from the table and slowly just walk around, checking the surroundings of different people. Might be keeping an eye on some coin purses, but will slowly step out side shortly after the Emperor has left.
I mean, if they have other variants with us, we might be allowed to pass the arms.
The Phoenix isn't even over there anymore.
I don't have the right things to prepare to track Optimistic right now. But I also want us to get back to that. So at this point, my church, my temple around the castle, around the ship is gone.
Oh, that's a pretty bad time.
Yeah.
Now you let us know that, Blocker?
How long has it been gone?
It's been about 24 hours since I cast it, so.
I mean, we have the steering wheel, so we still can like physically take it. Maybe that's when we trashed the place.
That's very true.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to earn my title as a Phoenix Brave today. For being brave against the Phoenix.
I mean, we can go check in with the Arcane Brotherhood, see if they do have things under control at this point, even though they just lost the Phoenix out of their control. See if they're able to retain the situation. Maybe we can get a out of jail free card and be on our way. I mean, we have bigger tasks at hand.
Yeah, I think like Drooms this whole time is just kind of like holding his mug and just kind of looking in every now and then, like taking a bite of whatever's in front of him, and just like, yeah, whatever's next. I mean, I think, is that what we're talking about?
Tammy will put his hand on Drew Morris's shoulder for like a second, like, buddy, are you okay? Like, just.
Oh yeah, no, this is good. It's it's just like what is this, like the second or third, like sort of apocalyptic scenario. It's just like, I don't know. I just went from training military ranks and running drills, fighting in wars, getting pissed off at elves and shit, and then I found you, and everything changed. You know what? Holy shit!
I'll drink to
And
that.
then I found it. I found it, the hammer. Oh, I'm
Let it out, buddy. Let it out. Just.
yeah, and they'll just like, oh no. Told myself, not in public. Oh, I need this ale, and I'll just like chug the rest of it.
And you still have that sword, kind of like the hammer case.
Yeah, it looks done. it looks stupid, and everybody who walks by Drumris is like, wow, that looks dumb. Plenty of people say that.
Kumara's gonna point it out.
Dreamers, roll me an insight check. Let's see if that's actually happening, or if this is all just in your mind.
I might do more signs like Kamar, like when we leave, cause a distraction. Pockets.
The waiter makes their way back around and just holds out like a couple more ales on table that they were heading towards. Just, dearie, I sorry you all. Is everything okay over here? Another round? Are we taking the checks soon? Are you staying at the inn up on the top floor?
I believe we were just leaving.
We're paying for the meals, but I wasn't aware of the inn, so.
It's very quaint. It's very small. We only have a couple rooms. But yeah, technically we are an inn. We are the Sleepy Bow Inn because I now remember the name of where I put you guys.
Maybe we can find a better place with bigger rooms and we're gonna spend the night somewhere.
I think
Another
another round.
round.
Two more.
Another
Two
round.
more for more.
Coming on up. As they go to get another round for you all outside, the Emperor and Val. You're still smoking. Val comes out shortly after. Kind of just eyeballs you, the Emperor, up and down, and just. You lot, the ones you called friends. They seem a little down there, my friend. Rough day, I get it, but we have to keep going, don't we?
Must have been my song. It wasn't fast enough. You know, a lot of these bards these days, they have that double time kind of.
Yeah, that 140 BPM. I got you.
Precisely. Well, you don't understand tempos if you don't understand time. Maybe. Anyhow, I'm gonna just kind of peek over my shoulder, just out of paranoia, because I'm used to people trying to stab me in an alleyway. And then just kind of look up at the sky as well periodically and see if I can witness what Kivara saw before.
Yeah. Roll me a perception check.
Let's see. With advantage, but it's only a +2. First roll's a 2. Alright. And that is also a nat 1, so I'm going to use one lucky die and give it one more freaking shot, because why not?
You get a 3.
A 16. Alright. I'll take it.
16 total.
Yes.
Looking up, the sky itself has a light mist. There are the rolling clouds, but nothing that you can see that is orange or red streaking through the sky right now with the 16.
Okay. Nothing as far as, like, people trying to stab me in the near future?
No, the bystanders that are walking by, most of them are quick with their scrolls tight to their side. You see a couple people. There's a cart at one point in time hauling around, literally as it's described on like the picture. You can see what seems to be a skewer with different meats, because it's a meat cart rolling around, because that's what it is. Kind of scroll by, but nobody seems to want to stab you at the moment.
This is terrific. This is terrific news. Very uncommon. Suppose I'm kind of waiting for the party, but do have a certain matter to attend to that'll take me a few minutes. But so I don't know how long. If they're staying for another round, I might have time for this. And I'm going to begin a spell casting, kind of like a ritual that's going to take me about 10 minutes to complete.
That's funny because that's what Vel's doing as well.
Nice. So, yeah, we'll have a little bonding moment. We won't do this directly up front of the shop, naturally.
Yeah.
maybe out back or somewhere safe or
Yeah,
whatever.
you guys, I mean, off the side of the street that you had to, if you go not even a block away, there's some greenery. You guys are able to kind of just, it's not quite like a park or anything like that. It's just a couple trees and like a little tiny yard. You're able to hang out and just kind of, you can see the corner of the tavern. You can see people coming in and out, but you're able to basically get away from a little bit of the people at the moment as you're beginning your ritual casting. So, Vel and the Emperor are casting some magics back in the tavern.
I'm pretty confident that Vale would be throwing down some kind of an orb that'll light up at the end of his spell.
100%.
Yeah, that's canon. Okay, yeah, that'll take me some time, so I'm just we're doing this thing. I don't think we had anything specific to cover. We would be, we already discussed the Azanquin quite a bit throughout the day, so this is just kind of a cool, we're gonna test out some new magic that we just learned basically in an alleyway.
Yep, pretty much. Vel just mentioned that everything he's doing, he doesn't know what he's really doing, but it seems to be coming naturally. Like he does it, but he doesn't understand how he's doing it. Like he's that kind of lost right now. So, back in the tavern, the six of you still getting your rounds in, trying to calm down Drumris as he's holding his composure to like just bury his feelings in another glass of ale. Temen's going to get up and just go towards the barkeep and just give him, like, he's wanting a little bit of space as well, too, trying to figure out what the heck you guys want to do next. Yeah, what does everybody else do?
Shavara's gonna kind of look over there very much and be like, let's go get you a scabbard for your sword.
I was gonna say that too. Let's go shop. I was gonna just want to offer that to the like, that's what
That'll make you feel better, Chris.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, oh yeah. No, I think that's good. I think that's good. That was like a once in a lifetime hammer. Yep. Yeah. No, yeah. I'm ready to move on. Aye.
Altamira would also be trying to comfort Drumis at the table and say, we'll polish the sword. It will be so cool. It makes you look so cool.
the last time anyone tried to touch the sword that he stabbed you. So maybe no one touched the sword over him. But he can polish it all he wants.
I don't know if you checked your messages, though, there, Mike. I sent you the details of the sword.
Oh, I've got the details.
The one thing I didn't put in there was all the curse factor, because I don't want you to have that. But if you can mark on your character sheet day 1, that's all I want you to.
Dun.
Oh, that sounds like something I would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shavara also mentioned something like, hey, Drumis, we know you missed your hammer. Can't you reinforce that sword into a hammer?
I think I'll like look up at Kabara and then just like anime sparkly eyes, be like, I don't know, but I bet there is some fucking smart person in me that could. Oh, yeah, just like blunt out the pointy end and then like turn it to the left or right, and that's basically a hammer right there. Oh. I like the way you.
These are to the sword to a metal pole.
Yeah.
To beat people.
I love it.
It's made a metal pole with a handle on it.
Not saying anything.
Hammers are basically bent swords.
Sounds like we're going shopping then. Before we go blacksmith that scabbard. I don't know what I'm gonna find.
Shavara's gonna keep hyping up the hammer thing. He's like, oh, Drumis, let's go. We'll find someone.
Yeah, in Drumis' heart, like he'll remember this because this is a character-defining time using a sword instead of a hammer.
That is the time a blacksmith died. I know I'm not there, but maybe you can ask the sword nicely if you can just make it, a bent sword, also known as a hammer.
Oh man, I hope someone gives Rumors that idea. Because, oof, yes. Let's. Oh man. I have to do that.
Well, Kamara doesn't understand how curses work, so figure it out there.
I don't think Rumors does either.
Why would I touch the sword if you did?
But I think, at least on the last show, at least
Just like meet up at the gate in like an hour.
Sure. I'll make it happen.
That's
As you say teleport, Kamara's just gonna look at you and just start getting off their full light.
it's not my
Do you need any materials for teleporting out there? We can pick those up while we go shopping when you talk to whoever you talk to. Is there like a material component you need to fill? I don't know what teleport requires. I know it's probably something wild.
Teleportation?
Yeah.
Alright.
There opens her scroll book and says, well, let's see. For all of us, travel at the same time.
24? Looking at tomorrow?
Well, we would have to be teleporting to somewhere I'm very familiar with, or someone we once were.
We've gone to the airship. We've been to the airship
The
before.
ship, back to the ship.
Yeah.
Airship. Let me picture this. Oh, remind me.
Picture, like, I really don't like regale. Like, oh, let me tell you about the ship. This is the mighty mast and the powerful engines.
Alex has been preparing for this moment, like, pulls out PowerPoints and slides
Yeah.
and graphs.
Just slaps it down on the table, sprawls out, moves all the drinks out of the way.
Yeah, so, upstairs there, my familiarity with that destination will determine, based on Al's role, like, how close we actually get to that destination.
Oh,
Yeah.
it can go wild.
It can go wild, but yeah, if you guys want to teleport back to the ship, that is an option, for sure.
Is there going to? Or not ones that matter, at least. I know, like, you know, most of those.
So,
Yeah.
there in character.
No, it's just verbal. That's the only thing
Recall
it
Yeah.
this place. She's like, yeah, I could be good.
Yeah, teleport. Yeah, it's just... So...
At some point outside, the Emperor looks at Vale and says, I can't wait to have another discussion with the Arcane Brotherhood. They liked us last time, I can tell.
Well, maybe you should go not with the Emperor, because also they gotta fight with him. You're gonna ruin your reputation going with the Emperor.
Vel's gonna kind of just look at you like, we've talked to the Arcane Brotherhood?
Weren't they the ones that stopped us outside the gate?
Oh yeah. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Yeah. Well, we had some good ideas for bypassing the gate, but yeah, I don't think that we could make that work without some stronger magic.
Which is not my forte, I will tell you that. But I agree. How was your summoning coming along?
Not so bad. I think I almost have it called full.
I like to think of this like two guys standing at urinals next to each other having a conversation. Like it's super.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It's really hard on what we're doing.
You're just trying to like focus on something else.
Yeah.
But
Balls of magic.
Don't look at my components, I won't look at yours.
Summoning is a lot like urinating, you know. Gotta let it all flow. I don't know, I got nothing else, but yeah, so we're just kind of, I feel like after our day, after everything that we've been through so far, I think that, yeah, it would most likely be just a very awkward small talk Stars look lovely if it's nighttime type of bullshit.
Yeah.
But I am also kind of giving pointers as I have summoned a creature before at least. So I'm just kind of bragging about my white camel Indica and how the bonding is gone, how it walked me through the deserts, all that good stuff.
I always walk through the deserts at one point in time.
Sorry?
Is that Vel would just say, I walked through the deserts at one point in time, or at least I remember the sand running through my toes. I hate sand though, it's coarse and gets everywhere.
Okay, Anakin.
I wonder if we shared a,
Yeah.
I wonder if we shared a similar walk as I left the Zonklin military. I don't recall the walk itself, but my feet do.
It's possible. Anyways. Ta-da! Like, Vel, he summoned a familiar. That was what he was doing. So his whole thing, as I'm not going to post it right now, I'll let him do the big thing. I will let you guys know. Everybody knows what the Pokemon Umbreon looks like?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of the yellow dots, basically red. That is kind of the familiar style cat Vel is summoning.
Ultra rare shiny Umbreon.
Yeah,
Like, I guess in your world it would be a bunny cat.
pretty much, yeah. So, but that's what he was doing. He was summoning a familiar. I don't know what he wants to name it yet, so I'm letting Chris come up with that next week. But that's what it is, a fox cat, yeah. But that's what he was wanting to summon.
I'll make the suggestion that he calls it King or something like that.
So,
Okay. And I don't know how long does his spell take? 'Cause mine says 10 minutes.
Rituals are always 10 minutes.
Yep.
Well, 10 minutes to an hour, but most of them are 10.
correct. I was just getting his out of the way so then you can do your big reveal.
Okay. Hopefully you still have the photos I sent you because that was just something I found.
I have a token made.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
So, after we're done sharing this moment of him bonding with this little critter and everything, the sound is interrupted by a really just ear-splitting shriek of a large eagle in the distance, and then as these giant wings come through, and almost crashing with a bit of dust rolling up and everything is a griffin. Mostly lightish colored furs. I don't know if it's canonically armored, but it looks cool as hell that way, so eventually I make it that way.
It's celestial
head-
armored.
Nice. Okay, there you go. So yeah, very fitting kind of appearance with the rest of my look. Head of a giant eagle, wings of an eagle as well, and the back half, if you've never seen a griffin before, is the body of a lion.
What's a griffin? Can you explain it one more time, please?
You know, we all get to Griffin Titan.
Hey,
Nope.
Your name.
Yeah.
that's for the vision impaired.
Yeah,
I'm just a courteous person, of course.
I love it.
But yeah, it just kind of crashes in front of me and just stands with its wings closed in, just like it's waiting for me kind of thing. And this, I point over to, or I point to the bird with Vale looking, who hasn't decided his name, and I of course look onto this majestic beast and say, this is Sativa.
It's quite a beast you have there. Does it? He'll like hold out his hand, but like hesitantly, and like kind of pulls it back. No, it doesn't seem right. Does Kavari know you can do this?
I reach forward and kind of scruff the feathers of the bird's neck and everything and get comfortable with it. And then as soon as I'm done petting it and it's like all like lovingly like nudging into me, as soon as I stop it goes back into like statuesque, like ready to fuck shit up mode.
Even though it's just being summoned, I will have you roll a perception check for your griffin as it is flying down.
So I don't have all of the stats completely figured out. I can pull up the Griffin stats, but it does have an intelligence of 7 so that it can communicate with me.
Yep.
It can speak one language that I choose, which I'll decide in a moment. And we can also speak to each other telepathically up to a mile.
Yep.
So, yeah, pretty fucking cool.
It is really cool.
So, I'm just gonna roll a d20. I don't know the intelligence check. Roll a 7.
Wisdom.
Yeah. You rolled a 7?
Yep, I'm gonna add one of my inspiration dice because I don't like rolling below 10. But I don't know what the modifier is for.
What's your modifier for perception? Did you roll a 1?
Oh, I rolled a 1 on the inspiration die.
Just take your modifier right now.
Okay. My modifier for perception, I have it at advantage, which is a +2 with advantage.
So you're ahead of 10 right now.
Yeah, I'm still total balls. So, the bird's so focused on me.
Pretty much, yep. As it swoops down, I'm trying to get. It was like you were close the first time, but this was even worse. Your griffin, yes, is as it is being summoned and it like drops down the ground.
Do you have advantage?
Roll with advantage then. I will take it.
Alright,
Let's get something.
So that's 13, 14. Not great.
Nope. High in the sky is this titan that is not being seen.
He's really want to block up what takes step up door. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but nuzzling up to your griffin and Val with his newly summoned fox cat. Inside, Temin leaving from the barkeep back towards the table. We'll just kind of look at all you guys and just, all right, we can't just sulk around here. Let's go out and buy things, spend money, because that will make me happy right now. Come on, Jermis, and we'll like slowly try to help you up, and like we'll get a to-go cup, okay?
I'll just
Walk me down.
nod and try and finish one last one.
Yeah. Leave a couple coins.
I can't pay for these. I'm grieving.
It's fine, buddy. It's fine. Leave a couple coins. Are we checking Avamara? Did you want to check with the Brotherhood then? As he's like taking Drumus and kind of leading you guys out. So.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead.
Okay.
I guess it's too long for him to make a distraction.
I'll beg.
Kavar, are you doing a detraction?
Yeah, me and Alex have some plans over here.
I know. I don't want to know. Everybody else is
I'm
walking
making
out.
signs like when you walk out the door, like make a distraction somehow.
I'll get my chair ready.
So Kavar's just kind of waiting for Alice to kind of like push in the direction, tell her what to do, and she's super excited.
So, walk out and threaten more chairs.
I would like Jerry Springer chairs just ever.
Kavar walks to the closest chair. I guess since everyone starts leaving, she just takes one chair and just flings it across the room.
Jeez.
It always starts a riot. You've seen this
Ping on the map what direction this chair is essentially starting to go.
Alright, so from Kavar, kind of over here.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll.
Well, the car's gonna like go yell at some chairs or something, and then also woof.
And it's technically it's an improvised weapon, so
Like strength. Oh.
yeah. So honestly, it probably would be strength with a chair. So
So like just roll like an unarmed strike then.
roll a d20 plus your strength modifier. If you're negative, then you have to take the negative.
Well, that would be a 2.
Cool. I just want the chair to hit somebody, and with a 2, that's going to hit somebody.
I can't control my token, but I am speaking just this way. Walking this way out towards the door as she throws the chair.
Yep, you got it, Kavara. Literally throwing the chair towards this wall ends up hitting the back of this dude's head as this dude just drops onto the table. Everybody kind of like, there's a couple people that stand up and just like point over at Kavara. What was that? And like, literally, I think somebody, let me roll, see.
That's about to be a bar fight.
A glass is coming towards you, Kavara. So,
Kavara, you were supposed to shout at something.
glass is being thrown. I think it's gonna miss though with a 15.
Oh, that just barely misses me.
Yeah. So glass tankard literally flies right across by your face and it just smashes the wall behind you. Everybody kind of like looks around and just like there's the essential food fight call out. Like everybody's like fuck it, like and mugs start like somebody punches somebody. Like you have essentially started a brawl. Maybe you don't have to be included, but you have with this chair.
Sorry, I got his Kavara just like.
Kavara's gonna turn back now. It's like, did I do good?
Great.
Was that?
Go sneak away. Well, now there's chaos and fighting. I'm going to fix those pockets.
There's chaos and fighting. Yep. I'm gonna have as people are pushing and shoving, and you guys are essentially trying to get out.
Dermish is running back in.
Running back.
Honestly, I'm probably going to have you, like, once these doors open, if they get to it, you can peer in. I'm going to have two people roll attacks. The first one is probably going to hit. What's your AC, Alice?
18.
18. I rolled a 19. So you're going to get slugged in the face as you're, like, going through. It's going to be 1 point of damage, but you are totally getting slugged by somebody as you're walking through trying to pick pockets.
That's fair.
Kavara's gonna pickpocket too. I don't see that. Let's do it for it.
This is out of my hand now.
Kavara, you're able to dodge. My highest roll was a 12, so I'll have both of you guys roll sleight of hand checks for me.
I get a plus 19.
On sleight of hand?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Kavara has a 7 on hers.
Sense of 32.
No, I don't like that.
I rolled a 13.
I know. What do you got, Kavara, for sleight of hand?
7.
7.
She's just now learning to do this.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Kavara, I'll share with you. You know.
Literally, Kavara's like trying to pull up. You literally like pulling pockets, and like the coins are just falling on the ground as you're like mistakenly like, this is my oh shit, like kind of thing. Like, and somebody has theirs like attached to a chain, like a chain wallet, as you're trying to pull it off, and like you're in a staring contest. I'll have him roll to try to hit. He's gonna swing, but you're able to pull back and like completely miss you. As you're holding onto his coin purse, and you kind of look over at Atlas, and Atlas, you're able to get roll me a d6. 3. A 3. Okay, we're gonna do 3 pockets.
I imagine the enemy card is like walking out at the exact same time. It's just chaos behind us.
Pretty much. That's why Jermis is going to totally run back in. So
It's like, we don't want to this has nothing to do with us. We're just leaving.
Dermish can sense a barfight 5 mile
That's canon.
100%.
Yeah.
We did add that to his character sheet. Just bar fight,
Okay.
range. No,
It's
like,
like his-
he's
it's like his
he's
portal
like,
sense.
He's like hobbling around and he's like crying, and then all of a sudden he's like,
Wait a minute.
I must go.
I hear shatter your glass.
I feel like it was
My people need me.
he's outside sulking and someone flies through the window like an old-fashioned western. He just straightens up.
It's my calling.
Okay, cool. You're able to get between all the pockets. You find a wealthy pocket in there. You have 70 gold pieces, 120 silver, 27 copper. You're able to find a couple. There's a small gold bracelet worth about 25 gold pieces.
You've matched you one before anything you know the bracelets.
Copper chalice of a silver figurine worth about 25 gold pieces. The big item that you find is you find a headband. This headband has a symbol on it, or like a signet on it that is... Yes, it is the Hidden Leaf Village. No. It is. I was like, it's not really like a shape. I would say it's more of just like a decoratory design, but it's fancy as fuck. So you can put unidentified headband on your character sheet at the moment. Kavara.
Alright, well, since this bar fight's going on, the bar's coming around, like, for the wallet, she gets this idea. She's going to use first level slot, 5 for strike.
Okay.
And pretty much she's not going to use the attack off of it.
Oh, you use the speed
But
boost.
until the end of the spell, my movement doesn't roll opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
And so she's still going to keep trying to pickpocket that.
Okay.
Well, I can't just leave Kamara in here, so I guess I'm not leaving until Kamara leaves.
Got it. I will say at this point in time, behind Dreamers, as you guys have walked out and you kind of like hanging out, a beer mug totally hits the glass window behind you, directly behind you. As Tevin is kind of like leaning you up against the wall, you can kind of look back into the room and you totally see some shit going down inside this tavern at the moment, Dreamers.
Yeah, I'm going back in.
Okay. Dreamers rushes back in. Tevin attempts to pull you back, but you're a big boy. You're not. You're going.
Really? Damn it, I need this. Let me go.
I will have it work this time. Kamara's going to pickpocket. I'm going to help Kamara pickpocket.
Okay.
So trade her in the way. Just like give like her advantage. I'm not going to say anything for myself. I got it.
Dreamers rushes back in. Tevin let go of his grip and just like, that dwarf is not my problem anymore. Dreamers rushing back in. What are you doing, guys? Literally, tables and chairs are being flipped and thrown. A couple beer steins are being thrown across. There's pasta being thrown in the air. The barkeep is ducking behind, literally like a pan covering her head right now. Just, please stop! Stop destroying the product! Like it's like having a terrible time. Like, this happens every week!
Oh, good. So we don't have to feel
I'm
bad.
just gonna like a big grin on my face, and I'm gonna bonus action rage.
Oh,
And
God.
I'm gonna run the closest guy and give him a big old slobber knocker, like right in the back of the head.
Okay.
I personally feel like it might be Atlas. Atlas was like going to leave until Kamara didn't
Oh, I
leave.
know.
So I feel like Atlas is pretty close to the door right now.
Okay. Roll me an
This
attack.
proves that the Emperor is the glue that keeps all of you from going into complete shitstorms.
Oh, he sure is not. I see the Emperor's plans. I don't think you can explain that. If anything, it's Blanco, and he just lets this slip in right.
I'm gonna give the respect to
Yeah, we finally did this to help Drumris.
Dreamers, roll me all 3 of your attacks. Like, I was like, you're kind of just going full barrage, rage, just taking heads right now. So roll me some attacks.
I hope he does drop kicks.
I do too.
It's like,
Okay, so let's 19 on the first one.
That's gonna hit.
15 on the second.
That's gonna hit.
And last one, only a 9 on that last.
Last one is going to miss. Please tell me, as you're completely taking out 2 of these just bystanders, what does this barrage attack look like?
So that first one is this like jumping like sucker punch to the back of the head, and I just knock this guy over, and then I elbow the guy like with using momentum in like the nose,
Yeah.
and then I do go for the drop kick, but I probably try and launch off the table and it breaks, and I just fall on my back.
I love it.
Missing and whipping the drop kick entirely.
I need the like the little like chase music going on right now. What is that one song? Joel, find me that song.
the Scooby-Doo one.
The Scooby-Doo one works, but I'm trying to think of what it is now.
Oh, like the Billy and something.
Yeah, that song. Yeah.
I was thinking the final scene from Jane Silent Bob. How many people want to kick something?
The Billy Hill theme, I think is what's officially called.
I think it's called that too. Cool. I had 2 attacks coming at you, Drumus. You literally have a chair as you like drop kick off this table, smash into it. You stand back up, literally, you are raging so hard. This doesn't even affect you. You have a chair literally break over your back. Does no damage though because you're in such a rage right now. The dude like is holding the remains of the chair and kind of like looks at the two sticks. You're just like, uh-oh, like as you kind of turn and look at him. I'm gonna drop this person off. You've taken this person and this person out for sure. I'm gonna move your token like right on this table right now. You have 3 individuals right by you right now though. That's your turn of action, I guess. Kavara, you're getting helped by Atlas. Tell me what this looks like.
I feel like a perfect like person's like perfectly hanging off, waiting still like, get it.
Lamar is trying to follow Alice's directions, but he's like, I can do it this time.
Okay. Roll me another sleight of hand check then.
With advantage?
With advantage, yeah.
Oh, that was a 19 on that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're rolling with a 19.
Okay. Okay. Kavara, through your pickpocketing of what has been rummaged through and found on the ground, I will tell you, you found 3 gold pieces, your first, like, that opened up from the bag that you exploded on the ground. The second one, a better overall, you find a liquid potion. You find a potion of greater healing and a bag of some component. I will tell you that. You have a dust bag, we will say.
Dust bag. Okay.
Dust bag of something. Unidentified at the moment. You're able to get 40 gold pieces, 160 silver, 23 copper. You find a dark black obsidian gem worth about 10 gold pieces, and a small thunder life gem. As you're making your way around, I will have both you guys have 2 more attacks coming at you. A 19 to hit Kavara was the highest roll. I had a 13 and a 19. And Atlas, both are going to miss. So, 1 point of damage to you, Kavara, as you're making your way around. You take a beer stein, basically, smack dead in the chest, and as it hits you, the beer kind of just explodes out. You went from being dried from, like, overheating from your little fire elemental to now being soaked in beer again. So.
Oh, Kamara would probably try to attack with like this right now.
Yeah, go for it. I was like, I'll have Kavara and then Drumus roll me your 3 attacks again as you're rampaging through all these people. Atlas, what else do you want to do for another turn of action?
This is going to be an unarmed strike with advantage.
We're gonna watch see how this fight with tomorrow goes.
Okay.
Seems like it help.
17's gonna hit.
Alright, so it's going to be 1 damage plus a d8.
Yeah.
So 2 damage altogether.
2 damage. The dude is still standing, but you definitely smack him good. And as this dude like takes off like his robe, you can see that he's just abruptly ripped for like some like scholar dude, and he kind of wipes his face and then just like, all right, little girl, let's go. And he's very Arnold Schwarzenegger like.
So I'm looking over there. Hang on, this.
Drumus,
what do you got for attacks?
So, the first one is a 17 to hit. In case I didn't make this clear, it's probably non-lethal.
Yes.
Although, I don't know, I mean, I'm kind of into it right now. Probably just, like, breaking someone's nose.
Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be some injuries
So
here.
Drumus has to respect the law of the barfight not to kill anybody.
There's some rules. Rule number 1, we don't talk about barfight. Okay, yeah, 17 on the first attack. Oh man, that's a 22 on the second.
Yep.
Third is going to be 19.
All 3 are going to hit.
It's probably just the guy who hit me over the head with the chair.
Yeah.
Attack 1, just 1, 2, 3, just like
Out like a light. Perfect. That guy's gone as you have obliterated. His face is a little more smashed in than you've was necessary. Like, his nose was already crooked. You straightened it for a second, and then you re-broke it the other way. Like, yeah.
He knew what he signed up for.
Yeah, he knew exactly what he signed up for. Two of his buddies pull you off of him. Hey! Like, they'll take a couple swings at you. The highest was a 15. I don't think those go through your armor.
No, that hits. I'm not wearing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
you are correct. So.
At 14 AC with no shield.
You do half damage now for your AC though.
Yep, it's going to be 2 points of damage. This one, I was like, was a good slug. So 2 points is what it's reduced down to. I rolled a 4. So. But yeah, you take a good hit in the face, like a little like there's like the slow-mo like wipe your like you got a little cut on your lip, just a tiny little cut on your lip as he had hit you in the face. But
I need the evidence of that.
Yeah.
Before I can consider myself in the bar fight.
Oh yeah, for sure. There are still 7 bystanders up, I'll say, within this bar right now. So.
I think at this point I would walk in, and I'm just gonna walk in the middle of the crowd.
Okay.
Like, literally in the middle of everybody. Like,
Black is going in the pit.
yeah, like right in the middle. I'm just walking in, just holding my shield, like blocking punches and shit.
Yeah.
They're coming out.
There's bottles and shit just flying. He's just walking on your face.
Yeah.
And one of the just runs by real quick, like, hi, Lyra.
Once I'm in the middle, I'm going to cast Counsel. I'm going to cast Calm Emotions. And
Okay.
everybody in a 20-foot radius of me has to make a wisdom save.
Yes,
Yeah.
not the conscious, like, still even easier from them.
Yep. Alright. Wisdom save from... Where is your token? Move your guy.
I couldn't move my guy personally.
Where are you in Atlas?
I can't move my probably like
Here, let me...
I was kind of watching tomorrow fight some guys, so I was trying to like.
You can move him now.
Quick camera flip to Avamir just peacefully reading. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Amamir is outside reading her book, waiting for chaos and...
Pretty
like,
much.
That would buy people for like so much. That would want for me, but like still trying to keep up.
Temen's like looking over your shoulder out of the mirror and then looking through the window as like the glass breaks behind him, and he's just like, maybe we should step to the side and not by the window. Yeah.
It's deeper into the mud.
Yeah. Alright, so 20-foot radius, you said?
30 foot.
30 foot. So that's like everybody, right? Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not these two in the corner.
Yeah, those aren't being hit,
Okay.
but everybody else is.
Alright, so wisdom save first.
What's your save?
Wisdom save, DC 18.
Ah, just passed. Got 19.
Alright.
Refused to be called. Nice. I got nice.
In 18,
18.
the 5 that are within range, the highest I rolled was a 16, so all 5 of those are going to fail.
So they all go into like a null calm, like
Yeah, literally,
going on.
literally one as he's smashing it over another person's head, kind of like looks down at him, and the dude who just got the table smashed on his like head, kind of just like, oh man, that's not cool.
a record scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Kumar, it's time to leave.
Yeah, literally the music goes to aggressive music. Not really. Where's my most emotional and inspirational music is what it switches to, as everybody has an epiphany of what they are doing, and some of people are on the ground like, oh man, I have a test today. Okay. Just like,
Meanwhile, Vale is
Actually,
throwing a ball.
what did Dreamers roll?
yeah, what did Drews? 12.
Yeah.
He's called. He's 4
Yeah.
times range.
I don't know, like, man, that I'd still be a little bit mad. I haven't raged before, so I'm like,
Dreamers, roll me one last attack, like to the person next to you, like as you're coming,
it all
like
stops,
this.
and then I'm just like,
Yeah, exactly. Yep, 100%. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, 15. I'm
15's gonna hit, yeah. Literally, as you're coming down, you get one last punch out at the dude, and as you like do, there's like the slow motion, like, and he drops to the ground. Like, they're literally like, there's those 4 and the 2 in the corner that like, they look like they were professors 100%. They were like shielding like stuff as they were being thrown, not really getting the mix. And the 4 people that were still remaining, not knocked out, kind of just look around, just like, oh man, that was that was something. Let me, just let me go there. Sorry, fellas. Like, they try to start butting up a little bit. And just, like, one dude, like, pats the side of your shoulder, Blanca, and just, like, you're a cool dude. You're like, thanks, man. Like, and just kind of walks out. Like, none of them. One dude's, like, shirt is completely ripped off. Like, just, one dude's just covered in, like, in blood and stuff. And just, like, slowly walk out. Avamera and Temin, as you guys are standing out, the doors swing open. One door hinge kind of, like, snaps a little bit as it's, like, as these two kind of walk out. The other two kind of, like, are looking around for some of their stuff. Like, hey, man, have you seen my, I'm missing my obsidian gem. Have you seen? Oh, no, I've not.
Oh, that guy who just won the door has it.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Hell, what's that you fucking doing? Did you see that?
This is
Mark
okay.
kind of like casually walk out.
This is a lot more intense music than I thought it was
Yeah,
going to
this is
be.
pretty intense.
Then the bell rung descends from the sky.
We're going to go back to some music and ambient sounds from Skyrim because that's a little bit more calming.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna look at her with, like, you have your fun?
Pretty good.
Mark's gonna go to Blanca and be like, Atlas did it.
You were supposed to throw a chair, Kavar. Wait, let's leave first, and then I'll have this conversation.
So you're saying
I'll
Kavara
just,
shot
like,
first?
Guide Cerberus because he's still, like, calmed and, like,
I was like,
Well,
I like angry whisper.
that was good. I think that went over real well. Yeah, no, I feel better. I'm good. I'm good.
let's just walk away from here so we aren't associated with this.
I don't think Al was even angry. I like put armor on Kavar. I was like, you got a little rough. Like, maybe more subtle next time. But we did good. So it's fine.
Bar's like, yes, I did good.
That's when you just yell about chairs. But, you know, bar fights are cool too.
Esther Bellin, the owner, like the bartender behind who was holding the pan up, like slowly rises up and just screams. Her mascara is like running down. She's like super upset. Just get out! Get out! Like pointing at the door with a frying pan. Like she like starts mentally breaking down as she like starts trying to find her like her pan, not her pan, but her like her broom and stuff, and like just yelling.
Man, we really should have called that guy that started that bar fight.
Yeah. Oh well.
I would send Vale to bring the party to our summoning grounds, so to speak. They've been gone for a while, and after we got our animals and everything, I would just have him go for them to bring them back where we were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, as all of you guys are basically being pushed out of this tavern and the remains, and like literally as soon as everybody's pushed out, there's two people that like were like butting up with you, Blanca, and like one is just like, all right, well, have a good day there, friend, and then just continues walking away. Behind you, you see the one door that's slightly swinging, the other one completely fine. The waiter who was helping, and then also the barkeeper, literally like standing behind the door and like angrily face like just staring at the lot of you guys who are standing right outside, and literally like flips the sign from open to close and like just slams it shut and like walks away. And, like you look back and they're like gone now, but
You know, Kamara, that's probably why the chair broke on you. They have gone fight so often. They said,
He said this is the other time this week. Yeah, it's definitely not. It's no one's here's fault.
Mara's gonna think about that for a second. She's gonna look back at Blanca and is like, you sure it wasn't in league with the couch?
Kamara, the couch did nothing. You were having a bad day.
The couch attacked me, Blanca. It was alive. Avamera was there, she knows.
I was there too.
Yes, please.
But you weren't the one trying to move it. It came alive at the last second, Blanca. And if I see that couch again, it's going up in flames.
If we see that couch again, I don't think we will.
It's right over there. Come on, get it.
Mara produces flames like, where?
This is gonna be the start of a beautiful theory partnership tomorrow.
Unless you want a beer.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Vel comes over to you all and just like, why is Drummers all sweaty?
Oh, it was a bar fight.
Long story.
Someone started a bar fight, and then Jim could smell it, so he got involved.
And I fucking won.
I'm sure you did. Anyways.
He was watching Cops.
He was watching Cops. That's hilarious. Anyways, the Emperor and I have something to show you guys if you're interested and wanna get away from this establishment. They look really angry in there. Like,
They couldn't catch the guy who started the bar fight, so they didn't know why.
what a shame. Anyways, and they'll kind of just walk away.
How many times have the trank of art did you get your efficiency in stealing things?
Just follow down.
Yep. Demon's still pouting a little bit, just like, we better hit a goddamn shop soon.
Let's get some fucking shows.
Let's get some shows. So you guys all group back together, like literally a block away from the tavern over here. You're all together. What do you guys do?
As we're walking over, I think I'll show Alvera the headband. Alvera, you know magic. Do you recognize anything with this headband?
Mara looks at the headband, and so there was a symbol on it,
Mm-hmm. See?
but I recognize the symbol.
Yes. I have to pull up the... Nope.
I guess it never was magical. Kind of no magic sense. But it's fancy, so it must be magical.
Yeah. The symbol, like I said, is very just... It's not really a symbol. It's more of just a textured style of embroidery within the headband itself. I'll have you roll me just our Arcana check to identify this.
That's 19.
19. This is a headband of intelligence. It does require attunement, but your intelligence score becomes a 19 while wearing this headband. Takes no effect on you if your intelligence is already a 19 or higher without it. Somebody was using it to help them with their school grades.
Oh, gee, they were failing the test now. Good.
Mara would look at this headband and she would share that with Atlas.
Do what to Alice?
She would share that.
Oh,
with
sure that
Atlas.
was.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really know.
Like, wow, this is really, really powerful. Are you gonna use this?
I don't really have a need of it. I could sell it, but you're a crazy intelligence lady, right?
I mean, I wouldn't mind wearing this. It's a different look, but I can keep my hair back.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, yeah, I guess I can part with it. I made money with everything else.
You'll see Avamara just like slide this headband on and like throw her hair back and just pull the headband through her hair.
I was like, is this the terrible stereotypes of like hot, like nerdy girl goes hot when you pull the hair back?
What are you talking about? I've heard it definitely has always been hot.
Oh, Avamara has always been extremely hot. Yes, I agree. But like, you know, the whole like cliche, like I'm removing my
hair on the face also.
Yeah.
It's gotta be beneath the crown, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
A
love
bit of
it.
intelligence. You got that too into it still, though.
I mean, we all know the hot take though of who the hottest one in the group is. It's rumors.
Oh, I was about to
It
say,
is.
yeah, 100%
Yeah.
different.
It is.
Definitely the most hot-blooded one here.
Drumers is having a hot girl summer right now, so
Feeling himself.
yeah, feeling his oats.
I feel like Atlas is the one who thinks he is the hottest, but it's definitely Drummer.
Now the guys, maybe, but he definitely does not think he's hotter than Alvaro. Like, that's not even a question.
You're all just a bunch of average-looking people, but you all have this high standard. Like, no, I'm really like.
Yeah.
As these guys are arguing about this,
We're all fives. We are all fives.
We're all fives.
Var being covered in despair stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Better wrong. And then, like, what's your car? How was your haul? What'd you get?
as
What'd you
these
make out
guys
of
are arguing kind of in the, I'm assuming a field or whatever, kind of like parking lot. I guess, area.
Yeah, you guys are in a parking lot.
I'm gonna fly in with the Sativa letting out another screech, and I'm not even mounted on the thing properly, it's just carrying me by the talons, and I'm just got my arms spread out like this, as I just slowly float down in front of the party. And then, Sativa just climbs off of my back and just stands behind me, and I just stand waiting for them to be impressed, as I know they are.
Tevin looks away in disgust.
Yeah, she checks the compass. Just totally.
everyone.
We,
Amir will spout off some facts about griffins. Like, watch her do it again.
Like, we're not even in June yet.
Yeah.
Var is just gonna be like, only one?
well, this
Hey,
one,
Druidus is like, holy shite. That's
Let me-
fucking awesome.
let me tell you something, Kivara. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality.
Kavara says only one, and Vel like has his fox and like kind of like pushes it behind him, like super embarrassed now.
That
Like,
fox
oh.
is cool. You guys see that fox guy? Feels like.
I actually picture whatever he names his being to be meeting Zazu.
What was
Oh,
that?
it was the link that was put in the Discord on accident. Sorry.
Sorry, I just figure Zazu and his pet be meeting each other at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. Zazu and Momo. Avamira runs around with two. Well, one's an actual familiar, one's an actual creature. So.
And no
Yeah,
disrespect,
cat is on my back.
no disrespect to your craft, Kivara. In all seriousness, this bond that I will have with this creature can be very beneficial to us. Not only can I communicate with Sativa with a language that I'll make up later, we can also communicate with each other telepathically for quite some distance.
And Var is gonna be like, I can do that too.
Well, terrific. I think your charm has had some influence on it.
Wait, technically Alice get too, because the how she was talking to her blind list.
It is very weird communicating with an animal, but I think I like it.
Var's rubbing off on you.
I have told you many a times I quite respect her brilliance.
This is slowly becoming Pokemon.
It slowly is.
I think. It's
Like,
like,
Pokemon, I'm just here living Final Fantasy later.
I know. Your Final Fantasy ship. Everybody's getting a Pokemon. Everybody's getting their starter right now. It's funny.
My Pokemon is evolved, bitches.
Var just comes in like, I don't have a Pokemon, but my boxes are full, so.
Dreamer says an Ega Slash now.
No.
He's the sword Pokemon.
Yep. Oh yeah, careful holding that. It drains your life. I guess it's probably accurate.
Yeah, it's very accurate. It's a ghost Pokemon, ghost steel Pokemon. Just
You hold it. Whoever holds this handle just gets murdered.
perfect. It's like I planned it all along. Anyways, all of you, as I don't have a side map of the side map right now, or together, all outside, I guess, anybody that is being perceptive of their surrounding can roll me a perception check.
You know I always
You can block it. Block is always perceptive. I feel like Alice was super perceptive, but now when he uses Blocka, he just says stop. He knows Blocka's gonna handle it.
You literally have your spyglass and you just like close it up every
Yeah.
time you're
Like,
near.
Blocka's gonna see everything. I don't need to worry about it.
I can roll for equally, but the Emperor ain't paying attention for shit right now.
Oh, I know.
He's too busy gushing about his new pet.
Or is too busy making fun of her.
That is a 29.
29. Hey, buddy. You want to be the one that describes what Ak Vessel looks like to everybody? So,
Aquasol is like teenage size right now.
yep,
right?
teenage size, yeah. It's about.
So, I think it's like Aquasol's like streaking by as.
It's shrieking by, but as with the 29, I will tell you it's going in a pattern. You're able to look around, and as you catch the glimpse of the orange and the red running through, it is making what seems to be like a figure 8 pattern over the sky of the city right now, but then it cuts down the middle like a line. So it literally is a figure 8 with the line right down the middle as it just keeps rotating and it keeps running past. And that streak is when like you can see the most because it's doing it in a way that when it's doing like the 8 part, it's very clouded wise, but the streak down the middle is when you can see the phoenix the clearest.
So, Aquasol at this point, think teenage size, be like medium-sized creature. Think like size horse or
Yeah.
a griffin.
Yeah.
That's like horse or a griffin like size. And it still has some of the fluff around its head, like it's not fully out of its like fluff hair, like fluffy feathers. It has some of that still. And I'm just seeing this pattern go on, and I'm like, Aquasol's signaling something.
It is a teenage years though. It has to have one black feather over one of its eyes.
Oh, it totally.
It totally does. Like it has all this fluffy, like poofy hair, and then it has the one bang feather.
Yeah. But yes, you are correct. It is signaling something or doing something within this pattern. So,
We probably should check it out. It's
Does anyone recognize that symbol it's kind of drawing? Of the more magically inclined people here?
I'll draw out the symbol that Aquasol's drawing, so like people who aren't following it can see.
I can attempt to recognize if it's an arcana.
Yeah.
And I would also see a sigil in the Leia's bedroom. I remember what it said.
You can roll me a history check on that one, Avamera.
Bardic inspiration.
The Bardic is the D6.
I'm gonna double check because I just increased my stuff, but I think it's a D6, yeah.
If you didn't put it in Bard, then yes, it's still a D6.
Alright, cool.
You have to be a level 5 Bard for it to become an 8.
Yeah.
That makes it a 19.
19. It is definitely a symbol that you saw within the runes that were burnt under Leia Emerson's carpet within her room when you guys first interacted with. I was like, this is a very far throwback.
I know, I was like, when
So
we jump in the room and
kind
you
of,
saw the offensive side.
you see her become physically shaky when she kind of sees the sigil. She's like, oh, okay, guys. So, remember Leia Emerson? She kind of died.
No, none of us are here for that. That's
Assassinated. Nothing. Well, she was. She's a very important figure.
Assassinations just happen regularly with you guys?
This one wasn't great. We weren't really involved, but then we ended up in her bedroom, and, Aura, you didn't know Aura, my rogue friend, she got us into a lot of trouble most of the time. But we ended up in this, Dead Lady's bedroom, and then the sigil lit up, and that's when we summoned Ak Vessel.
Trying to summon itself?
We lit up this blue sigil, kind of by accident, but then the whole castle started to shake, and when we ran outside, Octessa was there. And that's when Hephaestus first talked to Octessa. In his prior form, before he, rebirthed, reborn in himself, Phoenix things.
I think Akvessel's trying to summon Hephaestus.
Since Kavara's pretty good with something, can I get a roll on that?
Yeah, go for it.
What would I roll?
Arcana.
Alright, well, Kavara. That would be a 6.
6 is not. I was like, you're correct. It is summoning, but that is all you're getting off of it.
Kavara's like, I see that all the time. That's all working out. Don't know what it does though.
I think Akvessel is trying to summon her champion. If when you touched the sigil and it brought Akvessel to you, and that person was in correlation, Akvessel's champion, Hephaestus is the new champion of her. I think Akvessel's trying to summon Hephaestus.
Hephaestus is dead, right?
No, he was taken with.
Oh, right. You're the one that said you would say you guys were.
So why would it be trying to summon Hephaestus?
Because it wants to know about the meeting, probably.
Maybe I can't communicate with him right now?
Yeah.
So Hephaestus went down, but Naluma took him? Is that correct? This is Tevin talking, by the way.
Yes, unfortunately, me and Kamar were there. We saw Naluma take Hephaestus.
Skumky, maybe we should go tell the Phoenix.
I mean,
with that, talking to animals,
No.
it's not crazy about the rest.
Even with psychic powers, you don't have to get close to the Firebird. That would burn you alive.
Well, with any luck, if Hephaestus isn't in good shape and is no longer able to be the champion, maybe one of us can take the new mantle. Have another champion among the team. It's kind of hard being the only one.
Tevin's right here.
Tevin and Ragenko's connection has been severed.
Yeah, Tevin lost his sugar daddy, so...
hey, don't talk about my daddy like that.
Oh,
Tevin lost his patron, Drumris lost his hammer. It's just been a really dark day for some of you.
Tevin, this could be really good for you.
You don't really want to replace Ragenko with Vessel.
Him,
Rogenko will come back. It will be fine. It will be fine. Everything will be fine.
Don't worry.
No, I'm not over my ex yet, okay? I do agree we should try communicating to Akvestel, though.
Okay, Kamara. What do you need us to do?
Well, I don't have to talk to it. If Tevin wants to talk to it, I can summon Cosmo and Wanda for him.
It's not a bad idea, Kavar.
I get excited hearing about Cosmo and Wanda because I'd almost forgotten about the two eagles.
I don't want to do this alone, though.
Well, Kamara's gonna say that, for safety reasons, she should probably be away from anything that might interrupt her concentration. So y'all don't just fall off the sky. So Kamara will summon Cosmo and Wanda.
What do you want, Lucky Tevin?
I will obviously be there to talk to a Titan. I ain't afraid of that, so I'll be backing up the party any way that they need.
Okay. Cosmo and Wanda appear.
Poof, poof.
Poof, poof, indeed. Temin will slowly get on the back of one of the giant eagles. Kavar, you're coming, right?
Or it's kind of like, nope, it's up to you. I don't get involved in your type things.
Wonderful. I'm not good with birds. Animal handling. Rolling for Temin. That's a 5. It's really good. Cosmo is being a little jerk, kind of fluffing his feathers up as like Temin's trying to get calm down there, buddy.
Kavara seeing Timon struggle and being like, fine, I'll come. And I'm guessing the Emperor already has his flying mount. Would anyone else like to ride on Wanda?
Alvaro wants to come with. If there's still room on Wanda, she would much rather trust Kavara with the handling of Wanda.
And so Kavara's going to do something new. She's actually going to go into starry form, dragon form.
Oh, nice.
But the form isn't what it looks like anymore because it has changed.
Describe it.
Yeah.
So pretty much, the form was red before, kind of like, a nice little dress with a dragon star formation on it. Now, what you're seeing is like this nice dark blue, kind of like aura. Just kind of starts from the top, and you just see this kind of like dragon face, followed down by dragon wings. She's literally, this warrior is taking on the appearance of a dragon, basically. And with that, Kavar kind of like flaps the wings and takes to the sky.
I love it. Kavar up in the sky. Temin slowly getting the reins on Cosmo. Avamara, you're getting on Wanda.
Alvaro was like, oh, well, I thought, okay. And she's like, I don't remember the lizards. Okay. And trying to get on
What was the
Wanda.
bird? It's fine.
That is an 18 for animal handling check.
It's a lot better than Temin's doing right now. Temin is super struggling with this eagle. This eagle is like flying around, up and down.
I can offer, if you want to stay grounded, Tim, and Ithaca's with me here. I just wrote her to the library, so. But Indica, I could call her Ithaca.
Well, with Kavara flying, she would kind of go over there to Tamin's bird and try to calm it down, like, hey, chill out.
That's a pigeon. Wrong animal sound.
So Kamara, you're coming with us after all?
Yeah, she's up there flying around here.
All right.
Dragon form.
Oh yeah, that's right. I am. The Emperor is thoroughly impressed by Kavara's never-ending creativity. I'm gonna look at the party and they're all kind of getting their stuff situated. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mount Satipa. But I will offer Indica to Temin. Vale will probably have something creative that he can do.
We're taking it to the
He
sky.
can fly? Oh, man, maybe the one that only fly.
I'm checking right now because I don't know everything he can do. He's a crazy. I don't think he can, but we'll double check.
He's like, what's the trees looking like around here?
There's like one really tall tree right in the center of the diagram.
Yeah, I can jump this high. No, I don't think I gave him anything that lets him. So.
Well, there's enough room, I guess, on the Eagles for maybe 2 people to get on, so.
They're giant eagles.
Or just wanted to fly.
Just get everyone at that point, blocking out one eagle,
I mean,
killing another eagle, and I'll just fly.
I don't know where my giant eagle token is. Which
Oh,
is
the Drumus. No, not Drumus. We have a magic carpet. Can't Drumus stay the magic carpet?
Yeah, Drew's gonna take the magic carpet. We can all fly up.
everybody else could fit on the magic carpet. You're correct.
I was literally thinking about that before. Nimbus! I just activate the carpet.
Do.
Based out on that one, I got all this cool new shit that I forgot about the cool old shit that we have.
You guys do have a bunch of cool shit. Is everybody getting on the carpet then?
Oh, boots, but
I'm
I am
keeping
going if
I'm
everyone else is
force
going.
riding Sativa. I'll be nearby though.
I think me, Vale, Hermes.
Okay.
Be on the carpet.
All right. This is me just dropping you guys tokens in the sky. Nobody has control of anything at the moment, but that's fine. Just give you guys the pinpoint of everybody's in the freaking sky somehow. So as you guys all fly up, carpet, giant griffin, 2 eagles, and a dragon form, Kavara, and flying boots, Atlas, take to the sky. You guys don't need an airship, right?
Well,
I think I feel more defended inside of the ship.
Swooshing by, this giant phoenix literally just starts burning the air. The air gets really warm. Even though this isn't a fully powered Akvastal, this phoenix is still a living sun. This thing literally sets the 2 suns within the Hezilian skies. It changes the seasons from spring and fall because of this heat that it emanates. As this thing flies back, as it's in a fury, you can feel this wave just basically burst off, and you can see the burning waves within the sky as you fly up, and you can just instantly feel the heat coming off of it. Flying by, Tavern will call out just "Orchestral!" like trying to get its attention, but this thing still continues its swooping within its pattern with no prevail at this point.
I'm gonna. Well. Sorry. I don't know if I can do 2 things at once here. I was gonna do a cantrip of thaumaturgy, but I want to do comprehend languages, just in case, because I want to communicate with the Phoenix.
Yeah. You've summoned your beast, you can definitely comprehend languages and put the spell on. You're not ritual casting it, right? So you're using a spell slot?
Yep.
Okay.
And anything that I cast on myself is also cast on Sativa.
Yep.
We can all communicate together. And then when I have a moment, I'm going to use thaumaturgy to boom my voice out.
Okay.
Try and attract, maybe even getting myself in the path that it's heading. Maybe, I don't know about directly if it's going to zoom through me. I will obviously evade, but...
You guys are off the path at the moment that it's not flying immediately within any of your direction. Like, you guys are off enough to it where you can feel the heat, but you're not in its direct path. I will say, even though tokens, you guys are all kind of surrounded, this thing I will say is probably still a good, like, 50, 60 feet higher than you as it is flying by doing its summoning signal.
Kavara will telepathically be like, hey, down here, look at us.
Roll me a persuasion check.
oh, real call. Just raise your hand
That
and
is a
stare at
5.
it. That's all. That's
5. This thing continues its ominous path of self endeavors.
Bard shrugs her shoulders like, well, I tried. I mean, it is a Titan after all.
Maybe someone shout. Trust his name. The hell you would send it.
Maybe you shout it.
I don't have magical pronunciation voices.
Get closer. I dare you to get closer.
Is Tevin talking to me right now?
It's Tevin talking to you. Yeah.
I don't know, you're salty I had your magic powers for a little bit, but I don't think I want to be burnt to a crisp.
My spells all come from being a warlock, so I can't do anything. Who has a fire life gem? Anybody?
I do.
Hold it up, maybe? I don't know. See if she reacts to it.
I'll hold up my medium fire life gem. And I'll like start activating it to try and draw her attention.
Okay. Fire is... Roll me a dex save.
That I'm not good at.
Yeah. You're like a -1?
It's a +2.
No, it's not that bad.
Oh, that's an 18.
18's good. Okay. Holding this life gem out, basically up in the sky above, on top of the carpet right now, Drumus and Vel, who are right next to Blocka as he's doing this on the carpet, you can feel the heat pulsating off of this gem now too. It starts radiating. Wow, I can speak. Just heat in general, and your hand begins to get very, very warm, Blocka. You are still able to hold on to it, but as it does so, it ignites in a blue flame completely around your hand. Doing so, you would expect your hand to be burnt to a freaking crisp, but you feel nothing. As this flame goes from this blue to a purple to a pure white, the phoenix for a second arcs its back, wings flap forward, and as it does, literally like fire drops off of its feathers as it literally almost looks like a raining fire attack, shoots out and directly in front of it, and it stops its momentum. And as the flames cut through the clouds basically, as this attack just basically evaporates anything, and it stops its motion. And the phoenix slowly turns, flings its wings back, and almost dive bombs. It's not that high above you, but dive bombs closer, 20 feet away from the carpet, and drops. And as it begins flapping its wings, looking directly at you, Blocka, it tilts its head. You can see its molting head is still like there, and the emo haircut in front of it. As this phoenix totally does a hair flip, and it's like goes almost like cockatoo for a second before it drops back down. You, my child, you hold some of my essence.
We were friends
Friends with my chosen blood.
Yes, we were very good friends with Festus.
Where is he? I summon, and I hear nothing back from him. I communicate to reach out to him, and I hear nothing. I still feel his life pulsating, but I cannot find him. I search and search. He's not in the Hells. He's not on Zillion. He's not in Gastren. Where is he?
He went with the seekers of the other side.
Literally, as soon as you say those words, the wings flare up, and that's once again cockatoo, like, the Seekers, you say? Why am I so demonic with her all of a sudden? She's supposed to be a sassy little bitch, but, like, she's very, I don't know what she is right now. Anyways. You Seekers, you say, I bet you it's that one tiefling, isn't it? No one... Can't be trusted, that one.
Yes. You can speak with him telepathically, so I'm sure she's not.
He's alive, you know that.
Last we saw him, yes.
I can't find him, though.
If they made it to Ufari, probably.
Ufari. The higher
That
plane.
is my plan.
Festal flies closer to you, really close to you, Hephaestus, and basically forms its wings around you for a split second as it begins circling around you. You speak of the higher realm.
Yes. We know they were trying to get there. So, if they're not here or anywhere else that you can sense, they probably made it there. Because he's with them.
Smart child you are.
I tried.
Pulls back from you. I was hoping my calling would be able to hear from him, but I continue with nothing. The Brotherhood, they try to restrain me, tell me not to do it as it just will lead them to me. But that is what I want. I want my human back. I've lost before. Reborn. Anew. Yet a child, but I will not go through that process again, because that is painful. And you know what it's like to lose someone you love?
Yes, Arthur. Would you like me to contact Bufari the best I could to try to see if I can find Hephaestus?
Would you do that?
I can try. And Amamira will open her spellbook and she's going to try to contact another plane.
Cool. Who are you trying to contact, or what are you trying to contact, I guess?
I will try to contact Hephaestus directly.
Okay.
Or no, I cannot. Trying to think of who is possibly still alive in the quarry that I can try to contact.
So you call. You're sounding aloud. You try to call Naluma. She probably wouldn't lie to you that Hephaestus was dead. She seemed to care about him.
So, out of character, contact another plane. I can mentally contact the demigod, a spirit of a long dead sage, or some other mysterious entity from another plane.
Yeah.
But given that Sumnar died on this in Pavilion,
Yep.
even if I summoned his spirit, he wouldn't be an inquiry, and I'm thinking of a mysterious entity from another plane, but everybody has died.
Did he
so,
your father die? Technically.
Yes.
Call his spirit.
That work for contact another plane.
Who knows?
Okay. But that's what Amamira will try. She is going to just close her eyes and focus on her memories of Mufari and try to contact her mother.
Roll me a D100.
$51.
51. So you're trying to contact your mother?
My mother, yeah.
What do you say?
Mother, with your spirit alive in Nufari, he'll be contacting you. Can you hear me?
Darling. My little Av. Is that you?
Yes, Mother, it is me. I need your help. As a spirit, can you move through the castle of Nufari? Can you see who is there?
You should know, child. All that passed from the castle keep remain within the Mother Crystal. Of course I can stay. I am no longer able to have physical restraints of a body, but I am ever living within the keep of the castle. What am I searching for?
Mother, can you see if there is a group within the castle? Can you see if Onume is there? She might be with, and Avamir will give a description of Naluma and Hephaestus.
No such tieflings have entered the castle's keep. But there was a ship that landed not too long ago. Should we be worried?
Mother, we have a Titan here, on Vessel, the Phoenix Titan. And his champion may be in the realm of Bufari. So, we would like to know that. Mother, we have to close the rift between Bufari and Hyzillian. Is there a way to do that within our mother crystal?
I don't have the answer to your searching for, child. I'm sorry. But I will keep an eye out.
Thank you, Mother.
It's
It's so nice to talk to you, even if it's in this way. It's good to know I still can.
Don't be shy, child. Reach out when you can. Much love.
Bless you. And Alamera kind of comes back to the Dark Vestal and says, he's not there, but there was a ship there. Maybe anyway.
How did they get
She
it?
hasn't seen anybody. She hasn't seen any of the seekers on the other side.
Just maybe they just got there. They're preparing for a flight and all else.
With the world tree gone, and the rift in the sky grows weaker, the resurgence is upon us. Maybe I too can travel. Rock Vessel looks at all of you. Move away, please. Move away now. Begins to start flapping its wings super fast, arcs its head up towards the sky, and literally just bolts up into the sky. And as it does so, leaves like a sonic boom, like poof, and does so, and the clouds around poof back around, and literally into the sky. You can see this bird just soar through the atmosphere, ripping through everything as it's trying to break out of the Earth's atmosphere.
That can't possibly be good.
There's a cracking noise as the sound barrier now basically hits all of you and just amplifies at your ears. And Drum has died. Not really, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the camera. I look over, I'm like, oh my god, he's pixelated.
He's just making faces.
Yep, I'm here. I'm here. I'm not dead.
Okay.
I see, yeah, it's a fully tossed.
Is it weird for you too?
Yep.
Okay.
It's all a bunch of pink and green. And
Yeah,
pixels.
it's cool. Arcing through the air, though, the Phoenix takes off. All you guys are basically pushed down farther, like, as this thing hits all of you. And as soon as the Phoenix hits the edge of the atmosphere, like I said, the sound barrier kind of breaks, and there's this big popping noise. And the air around you starts going cold. And the Phoenix is now completely, the red blob that you saw, it's gone. I was like, you can't see it out or make out of it from your basic eye anymore. But the air and atmosphere around you, like I said, begins to drop off just a little bit. Not anything significant where it's like instantly like 60 to 30 kind of thing, but you can feel like there's just like a cold brush of air that hits all of you at once as the Phoenix has taken away.
Part of the triangle is neat.
I'm gonna try spending to send a message to Vestal.
Okay.
Because it doesn't cross planes, so if I can't send it to Vestal,
Mm-hmm.
then they manage to cross. And I'll say, if you're hearing this, then you failed. If not, hopefully you can find it.
Pretty much.
We're sorry, the person you're trying to read.
That was after playing of existence.
there's silence as your message and you're waiting for anything to be received there. And then you start hearing a whimpering and crying. No, no, no! And as you hear this, it begins to start warm up. And literally the phoenix begins to fall towards the ground. And drops like right past you as it slowly is trying to catch itself, but it basically heads back towards the ground. And as it does, you can
Feather fall?
I was like, it's falling enough where like it's like flailing and just like out of control that if you want to, you can cast Featherfall on this thing.
Absolutely.
So as this thing passes by and the Featherfall begins to catch and it begins falling at a slower rate, the fire that was engulfing this thing has completely disappeared. This is Charmander with no flame, essentially. This thing has lost all its fire and has been basically shriveled down to just the bare feathers on this thing. It's still amplified. It is gone from the bright red and orange that you normally see to a deep, sickly blue and purple as it begins to fall towards the ground, and you are casting Featherfall on this thing as it drops and lands on the ground, burning the little bit of foliage around it, and it just begins to, like I said, it's whimpering. This thing has failed at breaking out. And you all now are a couple hundred feet up in the air, and you can see the phoenix literally just defeated on the ground right now.
Kamara's gonna rush down to it.
Same. I'll follow and attempt to heal it.
Pull down as well. Pick her up there. A little bit slower since I gotta keep Vale and Drumus on as well, but
What if Drew doesn't want to go? It's like, we're go.
I'm also forcing the eagles to come down as well.
I'm gonna just do out of the sky map. Give you guys just the main Didereach map to give you guys like an understanding. So we're gonna go red square. We're essentially like here right now, the red square. So you guys have stepped away from the majority of the college. You're still within the college campus, but you're a little off skirt wise. And as you rush towards the Phoenix and head towards where it had just landed, and like I said, it burns the grass around it. Blip, blip, blip around you. Figures start teleporting in as all you rush towards the Phoenix. And dark green emerald robes with white sashes over them, hoods completely covering their faces, seeing 5 figures. They hold the symbol that you see right here on this page on the corner sash of their bodies. Their arms, they're attached on their arms, but you don't see any figures' faces yet. You do know the symbol to be the symbol of the Arcane Brotherhood. But all of you rush towards the Phoenix, and as the Phoenix lays there whimpering, and you guys drop down, and these figures all teleport in, they kind of look at the 8 of you and just kind of stare at you and just... What did they try doing? What did you see Akvestal do?
Are they talking to each other or are they talking to us?
They're talking to
Not
you.
us.
They're talking to you.
I'm ignoring them. I'm taking the player life gem and I'm putting it on
I
Akvestal.
think they were watching so like, looking, they're all busy with theirs. I guess I'm low one. I guess looking around. Well, Vestal tried to break through the realms, and it didn't go very well.
I'm trying to communicate with our vessel using the comprehend languages and going to attempt to heal it. Maybe just like 5 hit points for my lay on hands.
Okay. I mean, 5 HP you can give to it for sure. So.
Kamara's gonna just block it over there with the stuff.
I'm only doing 5 for now to just stabilize it because I had to heal Blanca from Drummer's sword last night.
Can't you get 5 degree words that don't actually exist? Keeps to the Firebird.
Festus, not Festus, Blanca, you're putting the actual life gem on Octvestal. Are you putting your hand on the bird?
No, I'm holding the gem and then putting the gem to Arcvestal. I'm not touching Arcvestal.
Okay. You're still within.
Okay.
I'm still gonna have you roll a dex save for being.
Yeah. Give me a little.
That'll be a good time to mention that I'm resistant to fire.
Okay, remember, it's definitely his hand is like.
That's 21.
21.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 19.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. It's only 8 points of fire damage. As your hand still encroaches close enough to this thing, and as you literally put this gem near it, the gem leaves your grasp and hits the phoenix. And as it does so, you can see the inner veins and heart that are the inner components of this beast pulse out, and as it begins to absorb this life gem into its soul. It begins powering it essentially though, but a little bit, there's a faint crisp, and there's a little bit of smell of charcoal and fire burning as the hairs and feathers around its eyes begin to glow just a little bit. It's still blue and very purple, but it gets a glimpse for just a split second of life where it regains a little bit of its power and looks up at you and just, thank you. I heard mother calling. She said, she says I'm not able to leave.
Bar be like, so what did you learn?
I learned that I can't do this on my own. I learned that I'm helpless, even being a titan and protector of this realm.
Or be kind of like, well, at least you're honest. I'll help you then.
I learned that my fury will never end. I'm kidding.
Oh.
But really, I want to play some heavy emo music right now and just bang my fucking head out.
Bar be like, if Per can sing, he'll sing you something.
I keep telling my mom, it's not a phase, but she doesn't listen.
The Emperor begins with, when I was a young boy. And begins to tell an unbelievable tale about visiting some gothic parade of some sort.
I should just told you a story. When I was a young boy, I was conscripted into the military.
Fuck yes. Sometimes I get the feeling they're controlling my brain.
As this gem is released from your hand, and basically the 5 hooded figures from the Arcane Brotherhood ask you what Arfestal was attempting to do, essentially, and you let them know they tried escaping, that she was trying to leave. One of them will let you know and flip down their hood. You see a white, it's alopecia essentially, so they're black but with white spots on their face. Elven, yeah, elven woman with a streak of, it's like a purplish blue in her front bangs of her hair, and the rest of her hair is white. Flip her hair back down. Well, flip her hood down and step forward and just, we can't let the Titan do that again. You do know the harm it will do to the lands, don't you? If Vestal leaves, there are no more seasons, and we are already at a doom factor with the loss of Killstag. The winds become weaker every day. There will be no more current or airstream for airships or anything to be flown without restoring one of the Titans, let alone getting rid of the seasons. The world is at war with itself right now. We must contain this small child of a Titan, and that's what we're trying to do. But once she couldn't feel her champion anymore, she went into a rampage. Did not do any harm to the people, but we had to be safe, and we've been trying to contain it since. The Brotherhood must keep Vestal here, and she tries that again. She might succeed. And if the Phoenix leaves, who knows what will come to the rest of the world. She listens to the one they call Velborum from the Brotherhood. Was close and was helped raising it since she was a little chick. But even Velborum was having troubles with her. I hope she doesn't try this again. For the sake of the people of Didereach and just Gastren in general. I mean, enough has happened already, has it not? I do have to say, though, there's been a surge. Pulsating wild magic within the ether. It's odd. It's almost like it's calling for help. Every time I use magic, I'm sure looking at some of you, she kind of looks around at some of the people that are obvious magic users. I'm sure that you can feel this too, can you not?
I only continue to grow stronger. I don't know what you mean.
Think there's been anything particularly off?
Well, with all the Titans dying off and causing the air to go away, this to go away, is there something that's dying and killing off the ether?
Well, Tevin lost all his powers, but that's just because Organical's gone.
It's not that, and I can't quite pinpoint it, but it's something odd. The crystals. You do know about the one within the keep of Bronte, right? It's been pulsating out. I'm calling. The Arcane Brotherhood has been keeping an eye on it, but members have been gone missing. It's almost like it's begun to activate as a teleportation circle, but not one that's being controlled and amplified by our own means.
Are people being chosen at random, or is there something connecting people that are chosen?
We haven't been able to research far enough. It's only recently, within the last couple of weeks, but there was a calling from Virash saying that their mother crystal was dislodged from the ether and that it was put back, but there was still an evident surging of pulsating magic from its mother crystal. And now, nothing's happened to us, but it's happening here as well. It's an amplified EMP, essentially. It is pulsating out and just causing random effect at times. There was a hiss. Something was calling through it. We don't know what.
You guys have any way to land the city? If your crystal starts freaking out, it's not like a way for the city to go.
The city actually floats, not because of magic. Do you not know the great wonders of Didereach?
I've been here a couple times, but yeah, it wasn't the sightsee.
The city dislodged itself during the Second Age when a magnetic pulse amplified the iron that holds Didereach together from the iron within the lands. Separate poles pulled it out of the ground. It is literally a magnet. Unless somebody can flip the magnetical force and change with the fields, then the city will crash.
Definitely write that down. Man pulls crates. Magnets. Like metal, iron pulses, magnets.
You got it.
Railgun question mark?
Railgun? There's a cavern system within Didereach too, and there's also the Lost City that you guys briefly looked at for a second underneath, but that's a side piece. That's some meta shit right there for you. Anyways. But yeah, no, the city is not being held up by... And all the floating rocks and stuff like that you see within the thunder plane and stuff, yeah, it's all magnet.
That's cool.
Yep.
Those crazy magic pulses still about that.
Anyways, we're getting sidetracked here, aren't we? Talking about the magnetic poles and fields that hold things in life and essence together. But no, we will take Orchestral from here back to her chambers. You've done enough today. And
Inside.
yeah, roll for it.
Alright. +5. 11.
She's taking Orchestral and seems as honest as she can be.
Is Aquastal able to communicate at this time?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna speak to it in whatever its native language and just kind of verify that it's okay. It trusts the Brotherhood to handle its wounds or whatever.
The Brotherhood have taken good care of me since my stay here. They just won't let me do what I want. I'll find a way.
Maybe that's for the best then. At least for now. Regain your strength.
I
They always wear green.
will rue the day. Rue the day, not rule. You know, I'm not evil, but you know. I will seize the day!
Carmadale!
Karma day, exactly. I will regain my strength and try this once again. I will save my beloved Hephaestus by all means.
Fire further, faster, baby.
The Brotherhood. The 5 members. The one that had shown her face puts her hood back up. The 5 of them head towards the Phoenix next to you. Blockin kind of like tries to pull you back, just like a little bit getting away from the Phoenix. Doing so, they hold out their own large fire life gems. 5 of them right around the Phoenix, and as they do so, all of them say a keyword basically at the exact same time. It's in Infernal, so if anybody speaks Infernal, they will be able to understand it. Which I know there's a couple of you guys. Basically, they just say, "Arise, Phoenix fire, burn another day." It's basically just a ceremonial like calling, but it's, and as they do so, the 5 rings all activate and basically form a seal of fire that engulfs and almost like it forms a fire shield around Orchestral. And as it does, it lifts her off the ground, and they all look at you. The Brotherhood has it from here. I thank you. And they all teleport out of the field with the Phoenix
Felt real good till he teleported. You always wear green? I remember there's some real bad guys that wear white and green all over the place.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's quite fashionable.
From your army that's trying to take over the world that you used to be part of.
Oh yeah, those guys, they suck. They also wear white, but...
And green. And they had white robes and green sashes.
I just kind of...
Shit. Mary, you saw the Arcade Brotherhood before. What did they wear? What did they wear last time?
I'm gonna start this recall.
You can roll me a history check. You didn't see anybody in the Arcade Brotherhood wear green robes. They wore a baby blue. Pretty much what you've noticed from the colleges of America, most people within the arcane fields wear some shade of blue and then different color sashes based off of the color of their titan or the city's color representing them. Didereach's colors are green and gold, but the color of the actual sashes that the color sashes that you saw were the correct color, but the robes were not. So that like whitish tan sash was right. The symbol was right. That is the correct Arcane Brotherhood symbol, but you've never seen green robes being worn by anybody from the Arcane Brotherhood.
Oh, sure, that was...
Well, I feel like we should check with Arcane Brotherhood. I feel like someone stole Phoenix.
I think it would be good to discuss this wardrobe choice also.
I'm gonna start drawing down the face of the one person that didn't reveal themselves.
Yeah.
Well, Inspector Tevin, now's your time to shine.
Do we have to break into the Arcane Brotherhood?
Sure do. Where are they again? I thought they were in that hypothetical.
See where the Coliseum Dome is on the map? Their base of operation, if you remember, they have a secret staircase that drops underneath the actual arena, and that's where their base is.
Justin and I both remember this.
Well, we don't know this.
I know.
Like, I know exactly what they are.
Yep, but their base is underneath the Coliseum within Didereach.
Like, I feel real good. I thought they were just gonna carry the Phoenix away, but when they teleported, I was like, this is not good. This is probably bad.
Well, I'd say we go to that stadium 8, Tevin.
Someday we'll go shopping.
Seems it would be poetic.
I was like, I don't want to give away too much because I was like, I want Avamere and Temin to roll a history check again. Because I was like, you've done it about the robes, but there's one thing I was like, I don't even know if you guys, because it was so long ago that this was said, that's why I'm going to give you a history check, but I'm going to
Did you ask what the secret bench is? I remember what the secret bench
No,
is. The Coliseum
no,
is.
not that. There's information that I actually want somebody else to roll for him, and I was like, I want to give you guys a hint, but at the same time, I don't want to give it away. So roll me a d20, and then I'll investigate. Sorry, history is only a +1 for Tevin.
Come on, Joel. Come on, Joel. At 20.
16 total.
16 total with the +1.
Yep.
Okay. Avamera, what did you roll? For history again.
Is it too late to use Bardic Inspiration?
No.
Can I use it on both of them?
Go for it.
Okay.
And while you're at it, have some guidance from Kamara.
Blanco will guide one of them too.
You stack guidances?
You can't.
Oh, so
No,
one,
no,
but one for
it's
Amir,
guidance
one for
for-
Tavern then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that is a max roll on both the D6 and the D4.
Nice.
So that is a 26
26.
total for.
Avamir rolled a 22 plus a 6. Yeah. I hear a whining cat.
Yeah.
There's part of the Brotherhood you never met. And this is why I'm saying this is a history check to just give you. There are... You were, when you first had... This is why this is a throwback. When you first dropped off Akvestel basically to the Brotherhood, when you first found her underneath the city and basically brought...
They weren't going to bring him off to festivals like the Redo's Brotherhood, wasn't it?
There is...
When Sigwy's drank the blood.
Yeah. There was some members of the Arcane Brotherhood you never met. They were called they're the Elite Five. They're basically the counselors, the highest members of the Brotherhood, and you were mentioned about them, but that was it. You don't know anything more about them, and that's one thing I wanted to mention. These five look a little different, or might be slightly off because you know nothing about them, but you did at one point in time were told about them, and that's the one thing I was like, if I roll high enough, which honestly anything over a 20 I was going to give it to you just to give you a little reminder, because this was literally 65 sessions ago. But yeah, there is the top five, and you literally at the Coliseum met or saw them for a split second, but you never interacted with them, and that's why I'm like giving this to you on like a very loose limb right now. So I'm not giving you anything else more, but you have heard about these five. But on that note, yeah.
Sorry.
No, go. What do you got?
No, I remember would share that with the group.
Yeah.
Obviously, no, I feel like
So it might be
strong reason to believe
So-
they're part of the group.
You guys can believe what you want if they are the real ones or not. But I will tell you that Avamera was aware that there are 5 members of the Arcane Brotherhood that are special. Yeah, they're the X-Men of the Arcane Brotherhood.
They're the Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
They're all green Power Rangers.
They're all Green Power Rangers as tribute.
Hey, I called dibs, damn it.
So it might be fine.
So, standing in the middle of the field, this Titan was just teleported away from you. Your shopping day was ruined but not ruined. You had a bar fight in there.
How does it help the future shopping day?
I do think that this is unless anybody else has anything else to add or ask, it's not a very big cliffhanger, I guess. Really, I kind of not really spoil it. I gave you some information just to help out, but
We left with the gut feeling that we let the Titan go into the Hammerlock hands.
pretty much, yeah. So, I mean, that's where I think we're going to end today, though, unless anybody else has anything else. Cool. And everything explodes. Meteors fall. End of the world. Let's start a new campaign. All right. I'm kidding. We still have 45 more sessions to go before the end of this campaign. Not really. I don't know. But
It's already 45, and I will have their dropping dead at the end.
We're only level 16, so.
only level 16. We got 4 more levels to go. What can go wrong?
A couple more character deaths, probably Justin and me again.
So,
Yeah.
but
He hasn't come close to dying. He's been fine.
You know the Emperor would do the big sacrifice if he had the opportunity.
we are officially in chapter 9. If you guys didn't notice, the title has been changed.
I did see that.
And you guys know nothing about this yet, so...
Children of the something. I can't come up.
The Children of the Serpent.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. What does that mean? What does that have to hold? We will find out in future episodes of Dragon Ball Z.